Today's episode of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown is brought to you by Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, Jewelry Forever at jewelryforever.ca, and Beautified by Romina. Enjoy the show.
Broadcasting live from Glenmore Record Studios in Toronto, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown, your Sunday morning talk show with interesting guests, live musical performances, and the most fun you can fit in your coffee cup. Hosted by Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina, this is The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown.
How can there be any sin?
Hi, everybody.
I wish this made noise. Hang on. Go.
Why is it going sideways?
It's Scott's birthday. Because then maybe turn it the other way.
Look, it's like it's shooting back at me.
Because it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Scott.
Hi, everybody. Yes, thank you, Regine.
You're welcome.
I'm wiser.
You're older.
I'm old.
You're wiser.
But yes, it is my birthday special. I had a birthday on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
A wonderful day it was. I had a nice birthday, actually.
What'd you do?
I went to the rec room.
Nice.
Down by across from the Sky Dome there.
Mm-hmm.
Played some video games.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went and saw Interstellar in theaters. 10-year anniversary of Interstellar in IMAX. I went and saw it on the big screen.
That definitely has your name all over it.
It does. I mean, I love Christopher Nolan. Mm-hmm. He's just a special dude. And I got to say, I've watched Interstellar a lot because I think it might be either my favorite movie or one of, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like...
Is that the movie you... Oh, no, continue, sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. You said 10-year anniversary, so it definitely wasn't what I was thinking.
Oh, 10-year anniversary. But like there are scenes, so like there's a scene, so the Earth is dying in that movie. Okay. And so there's a lot of sandstorms.
Okay.
There's a scene where like they're walking around through the sand. Mm-hmm. And on TV, when I'm watching it at home, I've always watched it, I'm like, oh yeah, look at all the sand.
Oh, but when you're in the...
But in the movie theater, the audio was so powerful. Like as the sand was blowing, I went like this instinctively. Like, it was so immersive. Mm-hmm. I felt like I was in the storm.
I love that.
And then there were moments too that like I knew it was coming, but it was still impactful. Like the sound was, like, it was just Interstellar. It's a perfect film. I will say that it's a perfect film. There's only a few perfect films. Mm-hmm. Shawshank Redemption is another one.
Storage Room B is another.
Storage Room B is definitely another. and Beauty and the Beast, mm-hmm. the animated one.
Oh.
And maybe
it's your
maybe
birthday.
that's
I'll
all.
say yes. I'll say yes.
Maybe you don't think Beauty and the Beast is a?
It's not. It's great. It's a great movie.
It's a perfect film.
She falls in love with a monster, with a beast.
No, she falls in love with the person inside.
She fell in
because
love.
the beast, the exterior appearances.
She fell in love with an animal.
Plus, he looked better as a beast than as a human.
We listen and we don't judge. Happy birthday, Scott.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 293 of The Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown. I'm your host, the one, the only Scott Dion Brown. Joined, as always, by the greatest co-host in all the galaxy,
Regine Alaina. Happy Sunday. Happy birthday. As I was saying that, I just remembered we did see Garson yesterday.
We did. Okay, yeah, also, so huge congratulations to Mark Ezekiel Rivera.
Congratulations, Mark.
He had his Love of Music concert yesterday. Brought the house down. Mm-hmm. And his band was pretty good.
Who was in his band, Scott?
His band was the Scott Dion Brown Band. Mm-hmm. Myself on the guitar and the backing vocals. We had Garson Carroll, the legend, on the drums.
Hi, Garson.
We had Rod on the bass, just slapping it. He's so good. And then Paul on the guitar. They've all been on the show before, right? Paul was on the keys, and then he has the guitar, and he's like soloing on the guitar. And I was like, wow. I'm the worst person in this band.
I've never met them. because
You
I
haven't?
wasn't here.
Oh, so they were on when
And
you
then
were here.
and then I saw them yesterday, and Scott didn't introduce me. And at that point, I was already so
assumed you-
into the conversation that I didn't even introduce myself.
I assumed you knew them.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't forgot that they were on when you weren't here.
I wasn't here. It's okay. Now I know who they are. I know their names now. Thanks.
We'll get them on. Let's bring in our guest, Regine.
Yes.
Our guest today is a actress, a producer, a podcast host, right? Oh, did we put her name in the?
It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll edit it later.
Normally we would have your Instagram pop up, but we didn't set it up.
That's okay.
But we'll tell everybody what it
It has
is.
Samantha's on there.
That's right. That's the last one I have.
That's where you'll find her.
My bestie.
Well, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, let's bring her in, everybody. Please give a short. I'm tired. Okay. Let's give a warm sit-down welcome to Christina. I don't know how to say your last name.
Orjalo.
Or Hollow.
Or-
That's what I
or
assumed.
Hollow.
J's and H. Or Hollow.
Hollow.
Christina Orjalo. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you
for
for
joining
being
us.
here.
Best intro ever.
I agree. I love that. Please welcome. How do I say your name?
I'm glad that you asked, honestly.
We didn't even add her to the Instagram.
You know what it is? We were actually here in plenty of time. We were getting everything
did.
set up, but I think we were talking a lot.
We were.
We were yapping.
You know.
We were. In the chat, Maria Brown says, "Good morning, happy birthday, Scott from Vancouver."
Thanks, Mama. Good morning.
That's
We
your
miss
mom.
you.
That's my mom.
God, Mom.
And yeah, we're here. We're here with Christina, and we met at TIFF.
Technically.
I met her
Actually,
20 minutes ago.
I'm going to let you try that one again.
we met in
Eons ago.
eons ago because we went to the same high school.
Okay.
Yeah, but we like met
Yeah.
At TIFF.
at TIFF.
But it was the weirdest thing because we were at this TIFF party
Yeah.
and I saw him and I was like, why do I know your face?
Mm.
And he had a similar look on his face where
Yeah.
he was like, why do I know your face?
Yes.
And it probably took a solid 2 or 3 minutes to hash out the lore,
Yeah.
but we got there.
Yeah. Because the problem also those types of events, like it's TIFF, so there's a lot of actors, right? So there's always this moment where like I'll see someone and there's this thing that goes in my head. I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
I recognize this face. Do I know them or did I just like see them on TV or something?
Exactly.
Right? But then when I was looking at you and then you were looking at me with the same face, I was like, okay, maybe we've both seen each other somewhere, but no, we've probably actually met in real life.
Well, it's also a thing I find a lot with mixed people, especially if they're like half Filipino, where I look at them and I'm like,
That's
you.
true too. Yeah.
I don't know what there's like some unspoken thing. The Filipino just
so that's-
calls out to me.
Yeah. So that's like another element too.
Yeah.
It's like, could we just be like recognizing each other's?
In each other.
Yeah.
You know?
It's an exclusive club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I wanted to surprise you.
Oh.
I brought a surprise. What I was looking for on my phone right before we started is I found a photo from 2016, October 2016.
Scott definitely doesn't remember this.
And this is, for some reason, I have a photo of you
Hey.
painting at Carter.
Painting the sets.
I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah. Put
but
it up to the.
Can you see this?
we can see it. We could see it.
It's yeah, that would be Scott. That's how I knew Scott. Scott came in after he had graduated. I was still in school. This was grade 12, and he was always around, but very, very quiet. So everyone was like, "Who is he? What is this guy's
Who
deal?"
is this
Just this
mystery
mysterious
man?
painter.
Mysterious painter.
Yeah,
man.
I'm painting. That's the Joe's Pie Diner sign.
Opening up from waitress. That was it. Yeah.
Well, you do remember something from
Well,
way
I could
back
see
then.
JOE.
Yeah,
Oh.
So I remember that.
yeah.
Actually, I forgot that I painted the actual pie part. That's cool.
Very talented. Yeah.
I find it's one of those things where it's like with painting, it's like the first time you do it doesn't look so good, but then it just gets a little better. So I've kind of like, well, now it's been a while, so
Yeah.
Try recreating it and see how well it looks.
it'll be even better. It'll be like 3D. It'll look like a real pie.
Wow,
Yeah.
the shading and all.
But yeah, I thought that was super cool because that would be the time. That was the time where we were
Yeah.
crossing paths but not talking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
then,
because he's like an older person in
Yeah.
high school. You'd be like, why is there a man here?
yeah.
I was just like, yeah, because well, I mean, I'm working, I'm like doing stuff, and
They also just never gave us context. They never really. I don't remember them ever being like, "This is Scott." I
Yeah,
didn't know
that's
you
true.
graduated.
Do they
from
ever do
Carter.
that now that you go back? And
well, so they bring me back there to paint and build stuff,
to paint.
but they also bring me back sometimes to run improv workshops. But did I ever do that for you? No. So like, I think when they do that, usually like the first day that they bring me in, they kind of introduce me and they're like, hey, this is Scott. He's a former student and he's going to teach you guys improv. And then I'm like, yeah, when I was here, I was on the improv team and we won gold because that's how cool we are. And so maybe those kids would know.
Right.
But you're right. If I'm just like the guy painting, you're right. They don't like introduce me. So I'm just like, there's a
Just
rehearsal
there,
going on,
yeah.
and maybe I'm on the stage or I'm in the corner somewhere working on
Just
stuff.
painting.
People are like, "Who's that person?"
Yeah, and you can't be the guy who comes up to all the high schoolers and is like, "Hi,
Yeah.
I'm the painter."
yeah,
That's not creepy.
You can't do
at
that.
all.
yeah. Although now now that we're having this conversation, maybe I should like,
No.
maybe I should like, just so everyone knows, I'm here in the corner, former student, painting.
Friend, not foe.
Yeah.
Maybe a name tag.
Yes.
Yeah.
Birthday boy.
Birthday boy.
I can just update this one.
Yeah.
Painter.
Painter boy.
Painter boy. Yeah, that will work.
Oh no.
So anyway, yeah. Then now here we are. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm actually so excited to be here. So thanks for having me, both of you.
Yes.
For coming. Daniela de la
De La Pena.
Pena.
My girl, hi.
says, I love you,
Oh
Christina.
my gosh, I love her. Filipino queen. You would love to have her on the show. She's a riot.
Well, there
Actor,
you go.
singer.
We
all the good
love
things.
riots. You said riot and
Well,
you
then-
want us over.
Well, let's make it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
Daniela, follow us on Instagram. We'll get in touch.
Reach out.
Woohoo.
We have lots to talk about.
Links are down below.
That's right.
Wait, is her Instagram down below?
Yes.
Okay.
Her Instagram is in the description. Yes. I made sure
Are
of
we
that.
sure?
I made sure.
Oh
of that.
my God, it's all
Very
just
true
like
that.
Samantha.
Yeah. But yeah, I that one I did get right, but we just didn't have her set up. I mean, we could set it up now.
Nicholas Franco says, Christina, heart emoji, heart emoji, heart
Hi,
emoji.
Nick.
heart
I love
emoji.
you. Oh, he's so sweet. I have so many cool friends. Oh, thanks, guys.
All right,
So
cool
happy to see
friends.
you.
If you are in the chats, like you can see it in the live chat right now, make
Yeah.
sure you send some love to Christina. If you have any questions,
Yeah, if you have anything to ask her,
Uh-oh.
any
send them in.
burning questions.
We want to hear it, and also hit that little like button.
Subscribe if you're
helps
new.
helps the algorithm and all that business. But first thing I want to ask you about, I saw a post on your Instagram recently.
Yeah, me too.
You were dressed like some kind of warrior. You were ready to slay
The day.
fantastic beasts, orcs. I don't know what, but you looked like you could just take on any of these
I
creatures.
thought you were going to wear that outfit today.
I wish. I really wish they had let me keep it. That was for the upcoming film Death Stalker by Steve Kostanski. That's who it's directed by. And that it's a fantasy. I would argue it's also got comedic elements too, because some of it's just like funny.
Nice.
But like we're talking magic, monsters, general tomfoolery. So I got to wear this really cool outfit, run around the woods in Sudbury with some really cool people.
Wow.
And yeah, hopefully we'll see more of that in the new year. I don't know what's going on with it or what they're doing, but we're done. We're wrapped. And yeah, it was something totally different. I've never got to do a character like her name's Brisbane, like the place. Brisbane.
Nice.
Brisbane. Emphasis on,
Bane.
I don't know. I've heard it both ways. I say Brisbane, but I've heard Brisbane. But
Bane.
no,
The bane of the creature's existence. That's
yeah,
awesome.
It's amazing. The crew, the cast, they were like, everyone was so good. All good eggs, which is amazing.
Amazing. And this was quite a physical role, I understand. You had to do some
Yeah, yes
battling?
and no. Yes and no. Like compared to all the other folks in the cast, really, who have that, like they have that stunt background. They're like working out all the time, like literally pumping between takes, which I respect. I really just kind of just showed up And I was like, I feel like I should be working out like
I woke up
in
like
between
this.
takes.
It's like, hey, give me something to lift. Give me something to lift. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a donut.
But my Brisbane, when you get to meet her when the movie comes out, she's a bit more of a runner. While Deathstalker, the main guy, he's a fighter for sure. He's
Gotcha.
a hero.
Uh-huh.
Brisbane's kind of a little more
Ooh,
scrappy.
she's cheeky.
Yeah, but yeah, I got to do a couple of cool stunts, fights. Not all of them, some of them. I got to learn a lot from our really, really great stunt team.
Nice.
Yeah, and like here's hoping that we do many, many more because it was so much fun.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Had you done much stunt work before, or was this kind of a new thing for you? Or
No, I hadn't. I went to theater school,
Nice.
where you do like your stage
Stage
combat
combat.
and whatnot,
Yeah.
with various weapons in your body and throwing each other around.
Oh, cool.
But no, and I remember the lead of our movie who plays Deathstalker, Daniel Bernhardt. He's amazing. I had told him this, and I was like, yeah, I've just never done it. And I was kicking myself because I wish I had, because I would be able to bring a lot more to the table. And he said, I'll never forget. He was like, well, he's like, you can kick yourself for what you didn't do, or you can start today. And I was like,
Nice.
low-key, so true. So a good friend of mine, Ayaka Wilson, and I, we were talking, and we're like, in the new year, we should go kickboxing. We should go do,
Do something.
learn some stuff.
Yeah.
right? Just to say that we do and we can.
Yeah.
Also trying new things is
Kickboxing
so
is
important.
fun.
Have you done it?
You've done
have.
kickboxing?
I have.
Can you kick really high?
What?
No.
How long?
I didn't do that long. It was like,
Okay.
let's sign up for a class. Me and my old coworker, she's like, let's sign up for a class. So we would go after work and like walk down the street. We would do a few sessions, and then we're like,
Yeah.
okay, that was fun. It was like a Groupon thing.
I love a Groupon.
It was
thing.
fun. It was a lot of fun.
I feel like that'd be a good workout.
It is a good workout.
Yeah.
And then she stopped going. So I was like, okay, I just stayed at the gym and didn't do kickboxing. Because I'm like, then I don't have a partner. I don't want to partner with somebody else. Like, it's not the same.
So wait, when you have a partner in kickboxing, like you kick each other?
we would like spar each other.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like-
kick each other.
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, are you holding like a pad or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
actually kicking her. Imagine.
well, that's why I was like,
That's why we stopped going. We're not friends anymore.
Beat her up.
It's like, ugh.
so like you hold the pad, she kicks,
kick, yeah.
and you give her the pad.
But it's cute because I'm 5'6.5" and she's like 5'4".
Okay.
So it was funny.
Yeah. I love that.
And then you can hold the pad at different heights.
Would you
fun.
ever do it again?
I would.
Yeah.
I would. I just have not gone to a gym since the pandemic. So
It's a lot.
yeah.
I get that.
Daniela says, I want to know what makes Miss Christina's heart sing nowadays, whether it's something you're creating or watching or whatever.
Oh my gosh. What makes my heart sing?
That's
What
a
a
cute question.
beautiful question.
Yeah.
What makes my heart sing? I think it would have to do with like being such a cliche, but like being creative in private. Like it's fun to collaborate and meet new people
Yeah.
working on projects, but like I am such a homebody.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm at home, I like to like junk journals, scrapbook, make little things. Like that's kind of my love language, especially if I can give that to other people.
Yeah.
So it would either be that, creating things, or just spending time with like loved ones. Because
Awesome.
I feel like, especially after the pandemic, it's like hard to find the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're like, oh, I'm always so busy, like I'll put it off, I'll get around to it. But it's like, I think 2024 made me realize like time doesn't stop. Time just keeps going.
It goes by really fast.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I'm just trying to prioritize that more, and that makes me really happy.
Aw,
So yeah, that's what I would say.
great question.
Thank you for the
Daniela.
question, Daniela.
Thank you.
Makes your heart sing.
That's a nice
I don't know if I've ever
question.
even heard that term before.
My heart sing. Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Um,
What makes your hearts sing?
Great question.
I like, cool experiences, I guess.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm tempted to say like when I saw Interstellar on Friday,
That counts.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like there were just certain moments where I was like so good, and then like there are little moments when like I teared up because there's some like really emotional moments in that movie, and you know, that's pretty awesome.
Movies can do that.
Yeah. Actually, you know what was really cool last night? So we were the band for Mark, right? And I don't know why this happened. I don't know if it was prompted. I don't know if it was told. I don't know what happened, but like,
What did they do?
well, no, like, so you know when you go to like concerts and stuff,
Yeah.
sometimes everybody pulls out their phone and starts doing the light thing,
Stop.
and it was like
Get
sparkling lights.
emotional.
Well, it wasn't necessarily.
Did your heart sing?
My heart sank. Well, because I've never like I was talking about the other band members afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like I've been to shows where that's happening,
But never when you're on
but it's
stage.
pretty awesome to see it being done to you, and it was just like seeing like
What song was it?
it.
Sorry.
No, I think it was.
That's a good question.
It was "Fix You" by Coldplay.
Coldplay would
that's
do that.
why.
Yeah.
That's why.
We were playing that. So because we started it, so the way it starts is like Paul on the keys was playing the intro, and then Mark walks out holding like a lantern. He had like a prop.
I saw the lantern.
He's a very theatrical performer.
Oh, I love him.
So he walked out with this lantern, and then he like gave like a monologue about like times, I was told sometimes you should give up. I didn't give up, and people are supporting me.
Mark
blah
is
blah.
so cute.
So he did like a monologue, yeah, and then
He's like 16.
yeah, and so then he went through it, and then he got to the end of the monologue, and then he just went to "When you try your best," he just went into it,
That's adorable.
and then somewhere in there,
The lights started coming
the lights, the lanterns just started sparkling, and I'm looking out there, and I'm like, whoa. I was like, you know what I thought in my head? I was like, my heart is singing right now.
You did not think
Totally.
about it.
That was the exact words that came
Sure
out
it
of my brain. And then we
Sure it
played the
was.
song, and then when it hits the like I was playing that, right, and of course I was like and then I went to slide up and I like hit the wrong note, and then I was like oops, and then I kept going, and well, it's like I watched the video after and I was like, it was so quick, but it was just funny how I was like, it's like
Oops.
there's no more clearer moment in the whole show where like my one guitar is like the focus for that moment, and I made a mistake on the
Wow,
note.
Scott, how could you?
And I just laughed and I looked at Garson, and like we looked at each other, and it was just funny.
I didn't do it.
But your heart still sang.
It was singing. Yeah, it was
That's
definitely singing.
cute. I
love that.
It was a heart singy type moment. Speaking of workouts.
My heart doesn't sing, apparently.
I'm not at the gym.
Go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead,
this
Scott.
wasn't even a workout, but you know what I tried I think it was actually the first time I ever tried it when I was at the rec room. You know DDR? Dance
that is a
Revolution.
workout.
You know the dance
Yes,
with the
that
four
is your
steps?
feet.
workout.
Yeah, I tried it for the first time.
No, I can't do it.
Well, for some reason I knew the song.
We froze.
Oh, we froze for a second. So you might have lost us on the internet, but we're still here. Hi, everybody.
You broke the internet by singing K-pop.
Goddamn Brown recreated it.
Somebody watching knows it. But anyway, so I did it on like easy mode, and like I got pretty good. So I was like, okay, let's try it on hard.
Oh no.
So just one level up. And they introduced like you have to push some at the same time. So it's like you're
You're tap
jumping.
dancing at that point.
Yeah, so I kind of messed up those, but I still got an A. I still get pretty good.
Okay, but not at double A.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
a double
no
A.
double A. No.
Right.
And then there was a girl watching, right? And after I finished, she was like, oh.
Ah!
I got a little applause.
Did your heart sing?
I was like, oh man, my heart's singing right now. And but then what was funny, so after she applauded, I was wondering like, why is she watching like the DDR tape, right?
Right.
So then I got off, and then she got on and she put it on like the hardest mode,
Yep.
and she was like,
thing.
yeah, she was
It's a
like
thing.
legendary.
Yeah.
When I
Got it.
used to work at Dave & Buster's, like there would be specific people who you see them walk in and they're in like gym clothes because they're just
They
at
bring a
DDR.
bag.
They do, and then they
Special
walk
shoes.
out and they're like drenched.
Yeah.
I'm like yuck.
Yeah, well, this girl was there. I noticed because I would go back and look at. She was
You
pretty much
wanted
there
to
the whole.
dance.
She was there the
Yeah.
whole time. She was there the whole time.
The last time I've been to that rec room because it's right by my house, and the last time I was there, I was like, I want to get on the fun little
Yeah.
dance thing, and my boyfriend was like, oh, it's like occupied, and I was like, okay, well they're gonna come off, and we went over to look. They're there the whole time. It's like. One guy had the wristbands for
Yep.
like sweat,
Yep.
and they're holding the bars and they're doing the thing.
Gosh.
And I was like, first of all, how does someone find out that they're good at that? Because I want to be good at that.
Nicholas West. Oh no, internet problem.
Okay, we're back.
No,
We're back.
too
okay.
much good energy.
Right.
But then there's also a second one, so you can do 2-player. But then on hard mode, you can do where you're dancing on both.
Yeah.
And this girl was like leaping all over, dancing on all of them. And I'm like, the thing is, the speed of it is so fast that like, there's no way that she's like looking at the screen and
She
like
knows it.
reading. She knows it already.
She knows the dance.
Yeah. So you just gotta just.
Memorized it.
She's probably just there all the time.
cardio.
Learning it. Oh yeah. Like I found even after one round of doing
You're
the super hard
sweating.
mode, I
Yeah.
was already No, not even hard mode. Sorry, one level up, the second level.
I'm impressed you even made it on the machine because I haven't been on that
She
machine.
probably like went to the washroom, comes back,
Yeah.
Scott's there.
Well, I think I was just
She's like,
lucky.
Get
Like,
off.
Yeah. Well, no, I literally think I was just lucky because one, we went during the day because it was my
Yeah.
birthday, so we just this day is just my birthday day, so we didn't do anything
Your
other than
girlfriend
Birthday
try it?
day.
She didn't do it, but she watched, and she was impressed.
She was impressed.
And then the girl went on, and she was more impressed with the girl
Yeah.
did than
Well, I was like, do I look cool right now? And she was like, no. I was like, well, I feel
I
cool.
love her for that.
Well, one thing I noticed, what I impressed myself with, is like right off the top, it was like, because you see the arrows coming up,
Yes.
and I was like, it was like perfect. So what I know is like my musicalness puts me advantage to
yeah,
that,
you're
right?
100%.
inclined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
you
wow,
have the rhythm.
maybe this could be my thing. I don't know.
Your
Now,
thing.
if you-
Well,
your
like
niche.
it could be a thing that I could see myself getting good at it.
This just means the next time we all go to the rec rooms, there's a good chance Scott will be there.
Yeah.
We know where to find Scott.
Yeah, if we can't get a hold of him, we know where to find him.
But I literally think like what you just said, how lucky I got on the machine. I think it's because I was there during the day, and it was just that one girl. And when I happened to go, she must have been like taking a break because it must be her day long workout. Because she was sitting there.
Long work.
Yeah, because she was sitting there like I think she was either eating or having a drink. She was just sitting at the bar right next to it.
Yeah.
So I think she must have like just been dancing, and then she had stopped for a little, and she was because then she jumped right on again, and basically as soon as I got off.
I would love to compare the numbers on like a gym membership versus going to the rec room every day.
Yeah,
Like the workout. Like I wonder if it's cheaper. And there's a bar there.
Yeah.
there's a
So
bar.
you could just go have a
I wonder if
Yeah.
like because I don't know Rec Room as well as I would Dave and Buster's, but because I know Dave and Buster's, you can just purchase like on Wednesdays it's half price games, so you get double the amount obviously. So that's when it's typically busier.
right.
I don't know if Rec Room has something similar,
Yeah, I don't know.
and so then that's when they're there more often. Or I know at Dave and Buster's before you can just purchase a power hour.
Yeah.
And then that'll be specifically for a game that doesn't give you prize like tickets.
Whoa.
So
That could
that's
be.
probably what they've been purchasing
Well-
and using that
Yeah.
for
Although,
DDR.
well, one thing I noticed with DDR though, because so I you use the bracelet thing and you scan it.
Yep.
Beep. So it's like credits. So like I let's say it's like 13 credits to play. But if I recall,
Let's check.
I think it keeps like if you do really well, it's like you go to the next level.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
You can keep going.
So theoretically,
Yeah.
like if you
Same
keep
with some of the like shooting games.
yeah.
Like the space ones.
So if
Yeah.
you're really good and you just keep nailing it perfect, maybe you could theoretically like pay
Just keep
once and just
going.
keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Well, you know,
Interesting.
Palladium is opening up at Fairview Mall.
You ever been to Palladium at Fairview Mall?
Palladium?
They're opening
The
up
ultimate
a-
place to play?
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Where in the mall?
Right in Cineplex.
Whoa.
In Cineplex. Oh, so wait. The theater's still going to be there.
Yeah.
So they're adding a Palladium in there, right?
So they like taking the whole half of that.
Did you say Fairview Mall?
Fairview Mall.
That,
So
I think that was where my first job was.
Oh.
I like harder days.
Wow.
We didn't get what makes your heart sing though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Scott.
What makes your heart sing, Regine?
Well, I do like watching concerts.
Oh yeah, she loves live,
I
live
do
music.
Like
But
going to them?
I do.
Okay.
I do. So seeing my favorite artists, I have seen Shania Twain at least 3 times. And so it's really cute to see other people enjoy the artist for the first time as well. Like I don't just repeat the same people I've seen, but like going to someone like Shania and like there was a couple in front of us and they were pregnant and the girl was like, I waited my whole life to see her. And we're like, hopefully she doesn't give birth at this moment. Because like even
What do
when
you
we
mean? That would be awesome.
because even
Imagine
when we
if she
saw
did.
What a story.
Ed Sheeran, we were pretty high up, and at the very top of the 500s was a person who was like 8 months pregnant, and she was going up and down the stairs. So like experiencing concerts with different people and seeing their experience
Wait,
as well.
why was she going up and down the stairs?
She had to go pee because she was so pregnant.
Oh, is that
Oh,
is
yeah,
that a
that's
thing?
the thing.
Okay. I was like, wait, why is she exercising? Was she trying
Yes,
to?
she totally exercised.
Was she trying to get the baby moving?
But yeah, so I do like watching concerts. Going to Disney and seeing Disney through the eyes of other people makes my heart sing. Like I would love to go to Disney with you and see what you feel,
Of the-
or see
I was
how
just thinking
you
that.
think, or
the
see your reaction when
Yeah.
you go
To
to
the
Star Wars.
'Cause
Oh, because that's
That's his
one
thing.
of your things.
I
That's
like
his
Star
thing.
Wars. Yeah.
So I would love, like that's something that I enjoy. That makes my heart sing.
I
And
think
then
my heart would sing pretty loudly when I when I get there and
Your
see
heart might
like
scream.
it
yeah.
might burst. Yeah. And then lastly, as a pageant coach, seeing my girls on stage makes my heart
Oh,
sing.
that's nice. Yeah, because you can feel like that
I feel like a
warm
proud
feeling.
mama.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's so beautiful that a lot of what you just said involves other people,
Yeah.
like through their eyes, or seeing them do that. That's so cute. Huge on concerts too.
Love concerts.
What was the last concert you went to?
I think it was. Do you know who AJ Raphael is?
No.
Okay, he's a Filipino indie singer. I saw him. I saw Megan Trainor this summer.
Love
I
her.
saw Dan and Shay this summer.
Oh my god.
I see a lot of country artists.
I love that. And I think it's a good like
It's a good vibe.
investment of money. I don't feel bad when I spend money on a concert. 'Cause I'm like,
Now it's
Oh, yeah.
getting a little pricey,
it's getting very pricey.
but like it's about buying it at the right time and getting the best deal that you can out of it. Like when I watched Megan Trainor, our tickets were like $50.
where did she play?
Molson or Budweiser stage.
Budweiser stage
Oh
now.
man, I wish I knew. I
It was a
actually
fun
really
concert.
vibe with her.
It was so cute because there were a bunch of little kids there, and they were all trading bracelets, like friendship
I
bracelets.
love that that's a thing now.
But it was so cute because there was like a little girl and she had like obviously a tiny wrist, and then she's trading with a teenage and older girl, and the bracelet.
Where do they get
Right
these
now.
bracelets?
They make
They
them
make them.
bracelets. It's like the Taylor Swift bracelets.
Oh, so
friendship
like,
bracelets.
You
but like, so
trade
they all knew in advance to make bracelets.
I think it's just a thing that they
It's
do
a
now.
pop culture thing
Yeah.
now.
Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it, but they
so, like,
are.
so kids are making friendship bracelets. What does it say on it? Like their name?
Some are
Whatever.
like songs, like Taylor Swift songs.
I'm
Taylor
sure for
Swift
the Megan
quotes.
Trainor one, it was like
Her stuff.
all about that.
So like those are like
Yeah.
so those old school friendship bracelets. They're like
Yeah.
back right now.
Yeah,
That's kind of cute.
it's adorable.
It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Okay, we got a lot of people in chat. Sorry.
Hi, Chad.
Get to
Sorry,
those
peoples.
questions. Thank you guys for your questions.
So D10 Production 2024.
oh, that's Thomas, right?
Thomas
Sup,
says,
Thomas?
Sorry, I'm late. Had stuff to do. What's up, fam? It's Scott's birthday. That it is. Taylor the Brown says, Happy birthday, Scott. That's
Thanks, bro.
Nicholas West says, Howdy, Scott. What's in the mug today?
Today we're actually drinking coffee, and it's caffeinated, which is not normally the case. But
Not for
I'm
Scott,
I'm pretty exhausted this morning. It's been a long couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
I was up late last night, rocking on the stage.
Yep. Congrats again, Mark.
Making his heart sing.
I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I was backstage with Beautified by Romina, so I got to do a little bit of hair.
Can I say the venue? I think it's called the PC Ho Theater
Mm-hmm.
at the Chinese Cultural Center. 600 seat theater. Gorgeous venue.
Was it one of the biggest venues you played in?
No.
In terms of
No.
capacity.
I've played some pretty big stages, Regine. I mean, come on. No, honestly, it was up there.
Nice.
And it's just really nice. The crew was very professional, which was nice because I've played a lot of shows where that's not the case.
Or you've been a part of the cruise and the cruise ran.
And that's even worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, No. It was really good. And the sound was good. I could hear everything. I played pretty well. Only messed up
Backstage
a
was
couple
nice.
times. Even backstage, there's a lot of room. Yeah. Usually in some venues, like backstage is like a shoebox.
That'd be
you know.
a
Yeah.
good place for a pageant.
Yeah, there's plenty of there's a lot of dressing rooms. There's all these areas where you can
Yeah.
like get ready
Amazing.
because it's not just the theater itself. It's
Where
like,
is it?
It's at
Scarborough.
Shepherd
And Progress.
and Progress Road.
Okay.
Yeah, like near kind of Markham Road area. Yeah, and it's just a really large scale
It's like
venue.
a giant Chinese art center.
I love
Yeah.
that.
But great venue, and the show went really, really well. And but yeah, now I'm just kind of tired today because we had just stuff going on. But yeah,
Before we get to Nicholas's question, then, do you need a sugar boost, Scott?
I always need a sugar boost.
Sugar
Regine.
boost.
Okay.
Is that something going on with my birthday?
Maybe. Okay. So I didn't make a cake this year or buy a cake this year.
Unacceptable.
Okay, fine. Then I'll.
No, go do it.
No sugar boost.
Where did I put the candle?
Oh my
bag is full.
goodness.
Where did I put the candle?
Je ne sais pas.
One moment.
Uh-oh.
Keep talking.
All right. What else were we going to talk about?
Candle was in here. Where'd it go?
I'm sure it's here. You'll find it.
Oh, it's right here.
Nice.
Okay. So for those who watched last week's episode with Lakay Kusina,
Oh yeah.
we had dessert. And you said you
We did.
really liked ube, so I made
do
you
like
ube Rice Krispie squares.
Really? That's so nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so sweet.
Hang on, I haven't looked at them yet because I want to make sure that they're ready to be seen.
Let me light it up.
I have never had an ube Rice Krispie square in my whole life.
I have not either. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Have you been to La Kai Cucina?
No.
It's across from the
Ellesmere.
Staples,
Ellesmere and
Ellesmere and Vic Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't end up over there. Stop.
Happy birthday.
gosh.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Scott. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you to you. That looks unbelievable, Regine.
Didn't you say you really like purple?
He did.
Hey, it's my favorite color.
It worked
I mean-
out.
Well, actually, okay, wait. I was saying this before the show, right? Yeah, so... Okay,
Wait,
let me
make a
pull it
wish. Yeah.
And sorry, I blew on it, so you guys are all going to get
All good, all
a bunch of
good.
COVID now.
Don't say that.
I got my booster.
There you go. Yeah, so before the show, we were talking about favorite colors, and I was like, I used to say it was purple, but I think it was just because I heard somebody say that, like, purple is like the royal regal color, and I was just like,
People can't
I
even
was-
see it on camera.
Take a
What do you
photo.
mean?
1, 2,
Oh.
3. Cute. Sorry. Go.
and they were like saying, I was like, oh yeah, it's regal, and that appealed to me. So I was like, yeah, I can maybe purple's my favorite color. But I feel like I was just being pretentious, you know?
How old were you at the time?
I was like probably a teenager.
Sounds
Makes
about
sense.
You know?
the
Yeah.
timeline.
Because the thing is, even though like I would
that
say,
down.
oh, yeah. Even though I would say that like purple's my favorite color, like it doesn't reflect in reality. Like I don't own a purple shirt or purple pants. I don't have a purple anything.
But
I
it
have
could
no
also
purple.
just be like
It's a
a
color you
feeling.
appreciate.
My favorite color, mine is probably yellow. I don't wear a lot of
I
yellow,
like
but it
yellow.
makes my heart sing. Daniela de la Pena.
And
like,
that's everything.
It just speaks to me.
And yellow is very, from what I know of you from the last
Yep, check that.
42 minutes.
Yeah.
Yellow you represent the color yellow very well.
Thank
Like
you.
yellow is bubbly, yellow is bright.
Her
Yellow
aura,
is,
her
her
aura.
aura is yellow.
What about you?
Pink.
I knew it was pink. She pulled out in the like cutest bubblicious pink coat today. I was like, that makes
Pink
sense.
is me. Everyone knows that. On my birthday special, all of our guests wore pink.
Hi, Barbie. Yeah.
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 Hi, Barbie.
I'm a pinky girl.
Also, though, I did not forget that it was your birthday, so I did bring you something.
Oh my gosh.
It got mangled in my pocket. Technically, the nice thing would kind of be to share, but
I got you something too.
Should I open? Really?
you should open
We
it.
should do gifts. Go for it.
My gosh, I didn't know this was happening. What is?
As a arts and crafts girly,
Oh,
They're like, are these
cute.
stickers?
they're
Oh my
stickers.
gosh.
Yeah.
And they're
Show the
cute.
camera.
I'm picking them all up. I was like, thanks.
Thanks, puts it back.
They're adorable.
You drew those?
No. I own a bunch of stickers. So
Sticker-
some of them look like stamps, so you can put them on mail. Some
we
of
got-
them are like
Put it on
cat.
mail and be like, this is
two,
my stamp.
two cats next to a bowl.
It was kind of giving like the sit down, I thought.
I love it.
You know?
We got these two cats like putting their paws together. Love it.
The sit down.
Adorable. We got a panda and a cat dressed as a panda and a cat dressed as a panda. That makes my heart sing for sure. And we've got a bunny and a bear holding hands, and there's a heart between them. And we got two penguins. We got one eating watermelon and one eating a cookie.
Snacks.
Love
Snack
it.
time.
Snacks.
That's definitely makes my heart sing. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? Eating yummy snacky foods does make me.
It
heart
does.
sing. And then we've got some adorable plants. And is that eggs in the sky?
The flowers look like
flowers are
eggs.
Oh yeah,
They
okay.
do look kind of eggy.
I like that.
Scott
Yeah.
likes eggs.
I
I
also
feel like we
eggs.
just need to bring back stickers. Like we grew out of them
Yeah.
as kids,
Yeah.
and I'm like, they make me stickers make my heart sing.
There
Yeah.
you go.
There you go.
Do you want more gifts? Like-
I'll never say
Who
no to
doesn't
gifts.
want gifts?
Yeah. Do kids today like still use stickers? Because one thing I wonder is like because everything's
good
so
question.
digital now. Like, do
Yeah.
kids still like get books? Oh, look at this.
Like sticker books.
Yeah. Do they still do
There's
that?
not as good a variety, I find.
Oh.
As
I
someone
love
who shops for
stickers.
stickers.
I feel like stickers have made a comeback. Like
I hope
so.
every time I have like an order, like Calamansi Collective. I ordered from them, and they had stickers.
I have two.
Did you get stickers?
I haven't picked up my order yet.
Oh,
I ordered it like a year ago. That's crazy.
Oh no! I
Oh,
can't
man.
stickers.
Like cute stickers.
Yeah, so one of the stickers is like, "Not today, Tita." So I love that sticker. If you know, you know. If you don't know, watch our episode with Chris.
Yeah.
We sat down with him and he talked about it. And yeah, there's just like cute little. Every time I order from a small business, they always give us stickers.
I love that.
Me
That's
too.
awesome.
The special touch.
I
Sorry.
love the Grogu wrapping paper.
Yeah, I didn't know what to wrap it in, and my husband's like, wrap it in the Grogu one.
Your
And I was
husband
like,
knows.
He does. Apparently, you two have been texting lately about Star Wars.
We had some things to talk about. Makes my heart sing. You know what I mean?
got you that before last week's episode, so
Aw.
don't mind it.
Oh, it's one of I like these, and I don't have one.
I wasn't
Mini
sure if I got you one
karaoke
before.
microphone.
So cute.
So backstory with that, I wasn't sure if I bought you one before, but I realized I bought that last year and bought it so that I could give it to you this year.
So,
I've had it for a while.
year? Well, that's fine. That's great.
I pre-planned my gifts.
That's amazing.
Thank you. So I plug this into my phone, right?
Yeah.
Mini phone pour karaoke, because I read the French part first. That's what it says. Mini microphone.
I wonder if it works.
Hopefully.
A year later, I wonder if it works.
You're gonna be like, thanks. Yeah, it's broken. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yay.
And we have some more Mando Grogu wallpaper.
Wallpaper?
I'm gonna stick it on my wall after. That's right.
I'm like, what?
Speaking of that, Mando and Grogu are in Brawlhalla. It's a video game I play.
Oh.
They just added them as playable characters in Brawlhalla, as well as Han Solo and someone else that I can't remember because she's from a video game that I haven't played. Anyway,
that.
unrelated, but hey, some of my Brawlhalla streamers or viewers are in there. So hey, well,
Mike Brown says, happy birthday, Scott.
thanks, Pa. Hello, they're over there in Vancouver. All right.
Oh, he's really saying
Oh,
Hey.
stop it.
So Scott doesn't use shampoo.
As has been established in
Yes.
his lore.
But this is great actually. Soft bristles are gentle on head and hair. It's a shampoo and scalp massager.
Since he doesn't use shampoo, but he massages his scalp, I figured
do.
that would
Gotta
work.
get in there.
That is a great gift.
Yeah.
Thank
Sorry,
you,
it's not
Regine.
purple.
Yeah, you know what? Can you do that?
Take it back.
Can I get that back? I only want ube colored things.
We need a review after you actually use it. Maybe
you
next
not have
weekend.
No, I usually use my fingers. But this is actually probably a way better thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It'll get in there.
I use one.
Get into the nooks
I
and
use one
crannies.
too.
I like
Really?
it.
Yeah.
So you just like
You just really get in there.
Like you don't have to
Open
do
it and
it
it'll show you how to
aggressively. You can do it kind of like calmly. And it's almost like a spa.
oh.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just prefer it actually to my fingers because I feel like I'm trying to like,
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I'm
it's-
trying to really get in there.
but
What-
that,
It's like many fingers,
yes.
right? It's
Yeah.
like it's
not five.
Probably
it's
helps dig up
100.
any like dandruff or like dead,
And because he
Love
doesn't
it.
shampoo his hair, might as
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
try it.
which is like shocking because
Right?
when I watched that with Sam's episode, I was like, you can't tell because you would think.
he put
Yeah.
product in his hair yesterday. I
Yeah.
You
saw it.
And
would
that-
think it would end up kind of like, I don't
Yucky.
know, oily or yucky.
That's what I thought. That was for me. That was the shocking part.
Yeah.
Is I thought after like a couple weeks, because I still distinctly remember like, oh, if it's been a couple days and I haven't like showered, let's say, like maybe I've been out doing stuff or whatever, your hair's just like, oh, right?
Gunky.
You're aware of it.
Yeah. And I've just found now it's like, it just, like there were times where like I come out of the shower and like blow dry it out and I'm like, it looks just like I've just shampooed it.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
don't know.
I've heard that like shampoo is like kind of chemically designed where like when you stop using it, that's when your hair gets yucky. But if you can get past that period,
Yucky
Yes.
days, yeah.
you're fine.
Why don't
Yeah.
you just use like a natural shampoo bar from
I mean,
Lush?
From
I,
Lush.
it could be a thing.
So nice.
but I mean, the thing is, I'm at a point now where I don't have to buy anything. So like, if I decide, but it might be something that maybe I could keep it around for like days when yesterday wasn't so bad because I didn't put that much product on my hair. And once I got in the shower, it kind of all just went right. But like, if there are days when I put in a lot, or like if I'm on set and like they need me to put in a whole bunch of stuff, sometimes you might have something a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the stickers.
Yeah.
problem.
That's so,
Plenty more where those came from.
If you ever run out.
can we cut into this?
Yeah, go for it.
Cut it.
Because your family's not here, I just made a smaller amount.
Well,
Did you use food coloring for the purple?
It's just from the ube
It's
extract.
It's just the ube.
Oh,
That's
so
crazy.
It's au naturel.
Well, it's the ube extract, so I don't
Right.
know. Your
Well-
mouth will turn purple.
What's
Amazing.
ube? What do you mean extract? Is it like so?
It's like
it's-
vanilla extract, but
but vanilla
You can
extract
get
is.
that in a bottle? Wow.
But
You want
vanilla.
some?
Maybe, sure.
Scott
I'd try
didn't
some.
cut
Oh yeah,
any
sorry.
recipes.
Well, you know, I'm
He gets the first
birthday boy only cuts the first piece. I know the rules. I thought vanilla extract is natural. I thought it's just they've extracted it from the vanilla.
Is that not the case? I thought that was.
I thought it was. So ube extract must be the same.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It smells. Oh, it's so neat. It smells like Rice Krispie Square, but you could smell the ube.
I'm so excited.
Here, let's do this.
I can't believe you made this. You're a baker lady.
Yeah, I'm so impressed.
Thanks.
Okay.
So much better than a cake.
Scooch
We'll
this.
try it first before you say.
All right.
Ooh, a big piece.
All right,
Corner
cheers.
piece. Cheers.
Wait,
Oh.
I'm quick.
Oh,
All
I
right,
just
ready?
smell it.
Cheers. Everybody cheers.
Cheers. Okay, go. Oh, wow.
Fantastic.
That's really good.
Thanks, guys.
That's really good.
Well done, Regine.
Thank you.
Texture's
Well, because I
great.
saw that you got a cake from your family, so I was like, I don't want to buy another cake.
I mean, you couldn't have gone wrong with another cake, but I like how personalized this is.
Wow. Yeah. This is really good. Oh, man. This is the first time you made this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, you've done this before. I was like, wow, girl.
I made them
Okay.
for my nephews
That's amazing.
last year. I made them a few times actually, but never on the show.
love it.
I've never had an ube
But
Rice
it
Krispie
smells
Square
like
roll.
ube.
I'm just going to keep eating it.
It's terrific.
Talk on the talk show. Oh my god, my fingers are purple.
Your mouth will be purple.
Amazing.
Okay, so Nicholas Franco, going
Nick.
back to his question,
Oh,
Christina is
Hi.
an incredible actress. Now, my question would be, what was the process like creating her character for Deathstalker, and what's one scene that was challenging to shoot?
Whoa, that's so loaded. Okay, let's break that down. What was my process like creating the character? Well, when I got the audition for Brisbane, I remember thinking to myself, like, I laughed to myself. I was like, I got the breakdown, I got the character, and I was like, she's kind of cool. Because you know how you get them, and sometimes you're like, this might be a bit of a stretch. You know, I'll still do it, but it might be a bit of a stretch. And then there's other ones where you're like, I could definitely do this. That's how I felt with Brisbane.
like you
I was
kind of
like,
got you
I would
felt like
do
you
this.
got her right away. Like you connected. Okay.
I
that's
was
good.
like, she's dry, she's sassy, she's got an attitude to her. So a lot of her, you're both sipping at the same time.
Sorry.
Exactly like that. A lot of her just came from me, like distilling it down, because I'm quite, like, if we're talking about yellow and bubbly,
Yeah.
like that's pretty innate to me. But she's a little more toned down.
She's more like, what
and-
color would you say she is?
Oh, she's like a dark red. Dark red.
like a
Probably
maroon.
the color
Burgundy,
of,
like a burgundy.
Like a burgundy, maybe like a dried blood. Not a fresh blood. Dried blood, right?
Okay, got it.
But yeah, a lot of the character came through with the costume and the hair and the makeup. Like the teams that were responsible for that did such a good job.
I find, that's a big moment. When,
Yeah.
the first time you put your costume on and see yourself in the mirror, you can like feel yourself transform. It's almost like, oh, I get it. I can see it now.
Yeah, and that was like huge with this character, because with her cape, with her weapons, and her she's got these cool arm weapon things. You can't be wimpy in your body and wear that, because sometimes I just am kind of like, I'm just chilling, sitting wimpy, you know.
Yep.
But when I put it on, I was like, no, like it actually demands of you that you stand up straight, you feel your body, otherwise it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So she took up a lot more of that space for me, which I kind of loved. And then I ended up living, our hair and makeup team did these crazy, wild braids in my hair. It took like 2 hours to put in, and then I live in them in a week. And if I was really good, they would take them out over the weekend for me. But I was like in these braids that at first it was fun. It was like the girls are, you know, we're doing hair, woohoo! But then I was like, it actually kind of hurts a little, because
So-
like
Yeah, because you're there for 2 hours.
and they're very
pulling
tiny,
it.
right?
Oh gosh.
So I had so much like admiration and respect for folks who have braids in all the time, because I'm like, this is like, I had no idea. But that too, when they were arranged the way that they were supposed to look, you can't not be like, I don't know if I can say this, but like a warrior badass girl. Like she really shows up when like all the parts are put together. But yeah, so much of that was from other aspects that I didn't have control over. So when she all came together, she was just there. She was there. That was that process.
And so you don't know when this is going to be aired yet, correct?
No, I think they're still editing it right now.
Okay,
they
fair.
had done a lot of editing, so we saw a cool little cut. But yeah, I have really high hopes for it because the team and the producers were all really sick.
Awesome.
Yeah, what was the second part of the question?
Yeah, what was it?
What's one scene that was challenging to shoot?
Oh, that's interesting. I'm wondering how much I can talk about.
Right, because you can't give like
Fair.
spoilers.
Yeah, that's true.
Keep it very vague.
Very vague. Yeah, sorry, Steve, if I overstep. Don't fire me. Okay. Probably, okay. It was very early on, and we were filming this fight scene between
You and a different
You don't have to say who was
character?
fighting.
me
Yeah.
and a fighter.
There was
Me
some
and
fighting. Yeah.
It was
You
a
and a
creature,
person.
monster of sorts.
Okay.
And our days kept shifting and moving around. So it wasn't supposed to be me doing this fight. I had this amazing stunt double named Tressa. But because the days were moving and she was a booked and busy girl, they were like, your stunt double can't come in. So they're like, we're going to teach you the fight. I was like, okay, like, when is it happening? They're like, 40 minutes.
Oh, no.
So I was like stressed out, but excited.
That's
So
cool.
like I was telling you earlier
Keeps
before
you
we
on your
were
toes.
before we were recording, we had this amazing stunt team, both from local like Canada, Toronto, and LA, and they really were helping me through it. And I was like, guys, I'm awkward in my body, so like, you know, like help me, like make sure I look like,
Yeah.
you know. And it was out in the woods. It was raining. And so like the ground underneath us had turned to mud.
Oh.
And so I was doing this new fight. I'd never learned it. My partner was having their own challenges due to like costume and whatnot. Like you'll know when you see the movie, you're like, oh wow. But that entire thing just sort of happened on the day. And it was one of those moments that I think you probably know in your life where it's like you either kind of crumble or you show up. And I was like, you gotta show up now, Christina. It's time to go. Because there's no choice, right? You gotta do it. So as much as it was a challenging day, it was also one of my favorite days because I'm not a stunt girly right now.
You are now.
I'm trying. I'm gonna start like going down that path hopefully in the new year. But it's sort of, I really thrive even though it's uncomfortable if I'm thrown in the deep end. Because if I have too much time to think about it, I'm probably not gonna do it, you know?
Makes sense.
But if you throw me in, yeah, anything's possible.
I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, thanks for the question.
Yeah.
You know who else we throw in the deep end, Scott?
Oh, our ads.
Yeah.
We wow.
We don't actually throw them in the deep end. Needed a segue.
Well, like we usually do the ad break around the 30-minute mark, and we're at like the 56-minute.
Oh my
mark.
gosh.
But you know why? Because
58
we've just been enthralled.
Yep.
We've been at it.
Been in here. But let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Today's birthday episode of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown
Wait,
and Regine Alaina.
Do that again.
Yeah. Today's birthday episode of.
Oh, yes.
Oh, today's birthday episode.
You know?
Of the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown and Regine Alaina.
Yeah.
It was brought to you by the following fantastic advertisers. They make this show possible. So let's meet them, shall we? Starting with our first one, Jeanette McKenzie. The Toronto real estate market is growing and changing every day. In these challenging times, you need someone in your corner. Jeanette McKenzie, Realtor at Forest Hill Signature, is committed to looking out for you. She'll go the extra mile to ensure you have all the information you need to make a decision you can feel confident about. Purchasing a home is one of the biggest financial investments you'll make in life. Don't leave it to chance. Call Jeanette McKenzie at Forest Hill Signature. She's my realtor, and she could be yours. Call today at 416-523-0408 or email at JMckenziehomes@gmail.com. JMckenziehomes.com. Jewelry forever. Conveniently located at CF Markville Shopping Center on 5000 Highway 7 East Markham. They do custom-made jewelry, repairs, and they change watch batteries. They also have custom laser engraving. Yeah, it's amazing. They also do, if you need custom jewelry, like if you have a vision for something made, they can do it. Do you need your wedding ring cleaned?
I do, actually.
Has it been cleaned since that fateful day? Bring it back fresh and new.
Yep.
And we have a great deal worked out with them, don't we, Regine?
Yes, we do. Right in time for Christmas. Reach out to them. Let them know Scott and Regine sent you, and you'll get 15% off your entire purchase.
That's right, 15% off, 15%. Mention the show. Get a great deal. Find out more at jewelryforever.ca. Also follow them on Instagram and TikTok because they're blowing up on TikTok especially. You see all the behind the scenes of what's involved in making jewelry and repairing it. Wow.
Wow.
Beautified by Romina.
Internationally trained hair and makeup artist. She is the official makeup artist of The Sit Down. She was also the official hair and makeup artist for Mark's concert yesterday.
Yes, she did a great job. And she didn't do my makeup, but she did give me these she actually offered, I should say, she offered to do my makeup, and I was like, I'm probably fine. But she was like, she gave me these under eye thingies.
Patches.
And they made me look like a football player for a bit, and then it does something to your eye bags.
Yep.
Wow.
She also does hair and makeup for special events like Christmas or holiday parties, Christmas parties, weddings, engagements, baby showers, wedding showers, pageants, film sets.
She was the makeup artist on my last film, correct?
If you are looking to get beautified, reach out to her on Instagram and Facebook at Beautified by Romina.
And if you would like to advertise on the show, it's very easy, right, Regine?
It's simple. All you have to do is email us at radioshowad. That's radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's right, people. We do this show live every week. We also do the ads live week to week. What does that mean? It means you can personalize them week to week. Do you have an event, a sale, something happening at a particular time, a particular place? You let us know. We let your potential client base know in real time. It's a great way to build a brand new relationship with a brand new audience. So get in touch. Radio Show Ad, radioshowad@gmail.com.
That's amazing.
We are back.
We are back, everybody. Hi. We are here with Christina Orjalo.
Just do it with confidence and it'll be right.
Was I right? Orjalo?
Or
Orjalo.
hollow.
You know why?
Hollow.
Orjalo. Oh, wait, because if it
He's
was
adding
two
the
L's.
Filipino accent too.
Yeah.
If it was two L's, then
Just
that's...
one.
Yeah, but if it was two L's, then it would be the Leo, right?
Leo.
But
But
it's
it's
one,
not.
so
It's just the one.
Orjalo.
Or hollow. Or hollow.
Nailed it.
Woohoo!
Yay!
I mean, I didn't nail it. I got it wrong, and then she
almost
fixed it. But,
I wanted to say, by the way, I did watch your film.
oh, yeah, I sent you.
Oh
Right.
my goodness. I
Storage
watched
Room
it like
B?
twice.
Oh, did
Storage
you
Room
like
B.
it?
Yeah.
I loved it. Okay, scared me off the jump. Like, really
Oh,
well
yes.
done with the audio, first
you.
of all, because sound is tricky, right? But I was like, all right, and then we're in it. Amazing. What's going on with that?
It was, well, I guess it's just finished its festival run. I don't think it's going to screen anywhere else.
Okay.
We'll
was-
see.
I mean, I guess if an opportunity pops up. But yeah, the last screening we did was in
Coburg.
Coburg. I got invited by the organizers of the Eye to Eye Film Festival. They were doing like this special event because they do a bunch of events in Coburg, and they did this event where they had, it was like they invite the filmmakers. They had a screening of a feature film, and then they asked if my film, which was in their main festival before, but they asked me to come and do a screening and then a Q&A afterwards. So they showed my film and then they showed the feature afterwards, and I got to like talk about the movie with the audience. And yeah, Storage Room B. It's a horror. What would you call it? It's horror, but not. I don't think it's super. It's kind of a comedy.
I feel like you got to throw the zombie in there
there are zombies
because
involved.
horror can kind of lean one way.
Yeah, zombie is kind of a genre in itself in a lot of ways. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I thought it was so technically like impressive. I could go to like a lecture about just like the one like camera angle and how the end. Sorry, I won't spoil it, but I was like, well done, Scott. Woohoo! Good job.
Thank you.
I love it.
Yeah, I'm the ending especially. I'm very. I had a vision of like the type of impact it would have on an audience, and I've now like seen it because it had actually a longer than normal festival run because I finished it during COVID.
Yeah.
And I submitted it to a couple festivals, but all the festivals were online.
Have the actors watched it yet?
Yes. Okay. Now they have. Yeah. Well, so that's the other thing. Okay, well, hang on, let me finish this first. I finished it during COVID, submitted it to some festivals. I got into a few festivals during COVID, but all the festivals that were happening during COVID were digital online festivals. Mm-hmm. And I didn't like the experience because like the thing I get out of going to festivals is like meeting people and like interacting with filmmakers, actors. Yeah. And this just felt like Zoom calls, you know? So then I kind of stopped submitting to festivals, and it took like a whole year before festivals started going to person again. So whereas normally a festival run might be like a year, this was like almost over 2 years of going.
I think that was a good choice though.
I was happy about it. Yeah. I mean, the only downside, I guess, is like there are some festivals that are like, the film has to be like made within the last year.
Right.
So there was a couple that I probably missed the opportunity to submit to. But again, even then, it's like, it doesn't feel like it's worth anything if it's like, yeah, it was in a festival that nobody could go to. You know what I mean? And I also, I would prefer people watch it on a larger screen if it can be, you know? And the idea of somebody like watching the festival on their phone just didn't, you know. But anyway, so what I was saying because of that is like, at this point now, I've seen it in rooms with a lot of people, and I've experienced how the ending hits them, and it makes me very happy.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I feel like it probably affected me the same way. Because I was like, yeah, it was a good, I liked like a good use of my time. I was like, I enjoyed that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Good job.
Where can people watch it, or is it
so
still
far
on?
nowhere?
Oh.
What?
Well, I haven't figured out where. I don't know what I should do with
do
it.
a screening with all your friends and stuff.
That'd be cool.
I do want to do that, but I just mean like in the long run. Like I guess if nothing else, I could just put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I should try to put it on like somewhere else.
Is there a platform or a website that you can?
There's a few that I've kind of seen. I just haven't looked into either A, what's involved, and B, if it could even be on there, and C, if it even makes sense for me to put it there. I don't actually know.
Fair.
Interesting.
But oh yeah, no, what was the other thing I was going to say? I said let me finish this first. So you were asking me something.
Have they watched it yet? The actors.
Oh yes. So because it was finished during COVID, and again for the same reason, it's like okay, I have a version of this movie. I could send it to the actors so they can see it, but again, I want their first experience of it to be on a big screen, and so like. It was like Haley, the lead actress who plays Jane.
Yeah. I see her in every commercial.
Yeah,
nowadays.
she's popping up. She's in an insurance commercial. She's doing pretty well right now. Yeah, but like she literally saw the movie for the first time on like not the last screening, but the one before, like a couple of months ago.
Wow.
She had not seen it for like years. I remember when I finally reached out to her being like, because there was a couple times over the years where I'm like, hey, it's screening at this place. Are you available? And she was busy that day. So she just wasn't available to come.
Booked and busy.
Yeah. And there was a point when I hadn't heard, we hadn't talked in like a year. She was like, oh, I kind of forgot about that movie. Oh yeah. Like we shot that so long ago.
It looks
So busy,
so
she forgot about it.
Yeah.
No, this is not a movie to forget.
But she finally saw it and she liked it.
She liked it?
Yeah.
God.
It's good. She's great in it. I thought
Were
she did a
those
great job.
canisters like actually heavy?
Not even a little bit.
No, stop it.
Well,
I was trying to imagine. I was like, how did they do that?
So they were, you know what they're made of? They're so yeah, they look like big like tanks, like the kind of tanks you'd see in a warehouse.
Like almost like a scuba tank too.
Yeah, same idea exactly.
Yeah.
So I made them out of like at Home Depot. They're called sono tubes.
He
they're
makes
like
a lot of his props, by the way.
yeah, pretty much all of them. But they're made of it's made of cardboard. It's like a cardboard tube you can buy. What they're made for is like if you want to make cement posts. Right, you can buy these cardboard tubes and you stick it wherever you want to put it, and then you fill it with cement, and that makes like your cement posts.
It was made out of cardboard.
Cardboard, yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Well, what I said to the actors, because when we were on set doing it, I was like, a large part of the movie working hinges on people believing that these are heavy. I was like,
spoilers.
Very important.
well, yeah. I mean, it's just like because
They are heavy.
yeah, because they have to move them. They have to move them, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, I need you guys to like really sell that these are
this.
friggin'
And they
heavy.
did.
They did.
And they did. And the way we shot it, like, because there's a part where they kind of moved them from one place to another.
Yeah.
I just like, it's not all in the movie because there's a lot of editing, obviously, but I just hit record and I was just like, because the whole movie's from one camera angle, by the way. But I just hit record and I was like, take them down and put them there. And so I've got like 8 minutes of footage of them just like improvising, slowly working together to take all the canisters down.
So cool.
And they sold it. And then also sound. I added a bunch of sound
Sound's
after
huge for
to
that.
make it move. Yeah.
Weren't you most of the sound?
I did all the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean for the zombies? The zombies are all my voice, yeah.
No way.
I digitally altered myself. But yeah.
Amazing.
But yeah, I had like a big metal weight and I was like dragging it around on cinder blocks to get the sound of like the moving
Foley guy.
cannons. Yeah,
That's so cool.
Kinda did it
really
all.
enjoyed it. So thanks for sending me that.
Thank you for
I hope
watching.
people get to see it
Yeah.
in one way or another.
I really should prioritize putting it out there.
2025 coming
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah.
Putting it
out
out there. Putting it out
Because
there.
even my first film, I haven't put it anywhere.
Kessler syndrome.
Kessler Syndrome was my first.
I've never seen that.
That's one where it's like I want to remaster the color
Right.
because it's like that was my first one and I was figuring stuff out and I've gotten a lot better at color correction and all the digital, like the kind of the post-production side of things. So I feel like it needs a little bit of a remaster.
zhuzh, a facelift.
When is
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
current one coming out?
So we just shot it and then I got really busy the last couple
And
months.
then your
So
camera broke.
yeah, although I'd already finished shooting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I accidentally fried my camera a little while ago.
Ooh.
I plugged in the wrong plug and just fried the motherboard. And then they had to send it to Japan to fix it.
He's bougie.
Japan.
He built his own camera.
Well, it was a Japanese. Well, no, I didn't build the camera, but I built the rig. Like you buy the body and then you buy all the
Same.
thingies.
There's nobody here that could help you fix it.
No, so the camera is made by Sigma. It's like the Sigma FP, and so I
Okay.
found the official like dealers in Canada,
Yeah.
and I brought it to them, and they were like, "Yeah, so we just send it back to Japan to the factory, and they fix it."
How long is that going to take?
It was like a month. It was gone.
Oh,
Aren't
actually,
you
that's not
glad
too
you did
bad.
that before the Canada Post strike?
Oh yeah.
Can you
Oh,
imagine?
man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because especially like it worked out like at the time that I sent it off. I guess luckily or unluckily, I didn't have any jobs where I needed the camera booked in that month, so I was able to I was mostly editing and doing other things, and then I got it back, and then I was able to I had a bunch of other things where I actually had to use it, so it worked out okay. Had to pay $500 to fix it though.
But the gigs that you
Could be
did afterwards
worse.
probably covered for it.
Yeah,
worse?
you know it could have been a lot worse.
Could have been a whole
Right.
new camera. Maybe they just give you one.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me. They're just like, whatever,
There you go.
fixed it.
Pick a new one.
Yeah.
That's why it was so fast.
Yeah. But anyways, next one's coming soon, and yeah, I'll figure out a place to put storage room B. But thank you for that. I appreciate
Of
it.
course. Thank you for sending it to me.
What else were we just talking about?
A lot of different stuff.
All over the place.
Is your mouth purple?
Is it?
Your mouth is purple.
Am I author?
Is mine purple?
Your tongue is purple. Yeah, it is. Mine probably is
Let's
too.
see. Yeah, a little purple. It's kind of pinky purple.
Yeah.
That's good. Purple's my favorite color. Did you guys know?
Well, there you go. Just give me the container when
Yes.
you're done with it.
Oh yeah, nice. Is this a
Pyrex.
Pyrex? Yeah.
Nice.
They do the good stuff.
Just return it.
Okay.
I know where to find you. I know where you live.
I know where you live.
I'll just message your girlfriend. Can you remind Scott to give me back my container?
All right. Yeah, I'll make sure I'll get it back to you. Is there anything else that you wanna plug? Or
Plug
anything?
in. This feels like the end of like Hot Ones.
Yeah, it's just like anything else.
I started producing in the
Oh
last
yeah.
couple
Okay.
months.
In fact, I do want to ask you about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that been like?
Oh, crazy. So like my first time producing was for the 48-hour film challenge.
Okay.
But all of my like Sam, my boyfriend Daniel, like they were all doing it here in Toronto, but I was away working on a show on the East Coast.
So you were producing from there.
So it was like
Oh.
a different time zone, like working. It was crazy, and I was like I said to you earlier, I was like, I don't think I knew what producers really did. I was like, producers produce. They that's what they do, right?
So what did you find the job ended up being once you started doing it?
It was a lot of paperwork for me, a lot of paperwork, delegating, timelines, call sheets. Like that's sort of the world that I was living in.
Like because the producer's kind of like the master organizer of the whole
Kind of, yeah.
process.
And
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
the only producer that we had for the film that they were doing. And for a lot of us, it was our first time doing 48, let alone like making anything. Oops.
Wow.
So yeah, I learned from that, and then now, me and a couple of good friends we're making another short indie film. It's gonna be really fun. We're filming it in February. Very different vibe. It's kind of like a crime drama. Takes place in this very vintage diner. Hopefully we can get a little bit of haze in there to give it that kind of
Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'll be coming in the new year. We're gonna kickstart our crowdfunding probably
soon.
this week.
Love.
Nice.
But yeah, acting and producing in that as well.
Nice.
And this one's cool because I've been figuring out with my co-producers. There's a couple of us. How to get an ACTRA production up on its feet, because that's a whole other thing in itself, right?
Yeah.
So just jumping through those hoops, like checking all of those boxes is pretty fun. So
What do you mean by ACTRA?
ACTRA's the acting union.
yeah.
Yeah. I had to do that. So on the film I just shot,
Yeah.
right? That was my first time we did the ACTRA co-op thing,
Yeah.
which it's just one of the agreements you can do with other ACTRA members.
Got it.
And yeah, that was the first time where paperwork is like, I had to do this little course, and then I had to call the insurance company and do that. And there was these contracts, and I actually, there's a gun in my film, and I wanted it to, cause there's a close up. I wanted to
It's not real.
No. Well,
Oh, you got a real one?
Like a prop gun?
You
I
didn't
mean,
make it?
it's a deactivated real gun.
Okay.
So like I rented it, but I don't know. What's the place called? Shoot.
Shoot.
That'd be a good name.
Sorry.
Good name. It was called like something arms.
Okay.
But it's a place where like they rent out equipment. You can get real guns from them too. But you have to hire then like a professional arms
Right.
person,
it.
which that's not the technical term, but
That's the hurdle we're looking
license.
at right now because we also have guns in our
guns.
movie.
It's like it's so cool.
Yeah.
A licensed armed person.
Well, even when I
Yeah.
had to go there to pick it up, so one, you can't just go. You have to like make an appointment. They know you're coming, and then you walk up to this place, and it's locked, and there's like a camera, and they like ask for your information. It's like I felt like I was going to like a high security facility.
Biometrics.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it really felt like. And then you go into this
Scott
place.
Dion Brown rejected.
Yeah,
Like
and then
in
all
The
these-
Access
Incredibles?
denied.
yeah, guns coming out of the walls. Yeah. But then you go through the door, and like right away, you just see like hundreds of uniforms, mannequins, and like all these army uniforms. You go around a corner, just guns everywhere. And then he goes, "This room in here, these are all deactivated guns, but they're all real." So like, I rented like
Right.
a Smith and Wesson, like pistol revolver, and it's just
I know
just
nothing
been.
about it.
It's like because I wanted that kind of
Sounds
classic
fancy.
look.
Yeah.
I wanted like that old school look.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I even told the guy because I'm like, it's for like something like a secret agent or somebody might have. So it's like, so he was like, oh, well, this one, because you know, like a lot of those guns that you have to pull, like there's the hammer that you pull this,
Yes.
right? So this one had the hammer is inside the gun, so it's just smooth. And he was like, this would be good for a secret agent because
You don't hear
when you pull it out, the thingy won't get caught on anything. So it's just like you can conceal it and it's ready to go.
Really fast.
So I like that he even like gave me that like
That insight.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like, I had to go there and rent it, and they give you, and you actually have to get a temporary, they sign out a special like temporary gun license because even though it's a deactivated gun, it still
still-
qualifies as a
yeah.
firearm.
Yeah.
So there's all these like loops
Yeah.
and
That makes
hurdles.
sense.
Yeah. And like we're working with mostly, if not entirely, all ACTRA actors. So you have to get the actor to agree to let you do all the stuff, and everything has to be the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And the guns thing, that's what we're going through right
And then
now.
just connect afterwards and
Yeah.
he can help you.
Yes. It's a
Yeah.
learning. What do you call it? A hurdle for sure. But
Yeah. There's a.
yeah.
I mean I find like I hate paperwork and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's been like my least favorite, but I it's also kind of once you learn it, I'm like, okay, like I feel like I need to do this.
Yeah.
It's just like
See, I'm kind of the other way around where I do enjoy. It's weird. That sounds so weird. I really do enjoy the
no, but there are
admin like
The chaos.
yeah, and like you need to do this, you need to do that. Get back to me when you're done, and then if everybody does their job, there's
You should
gonna
be a project
a
manager.
movie.
well, I mean, that's why she's producing.
Yeah,
That's
like-
awesome.
Yeah, still figuring it out as we go. But yeah, it's kind of figuring out like what part of producing I like. You know what I mean? Because I definitely would not produce from a distance again. It really helps to be with
be
the
involved.
people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you were on site doing another film while you were on the East Coast?
Yeah, I was
or-
working on a different show, a CBC show.
Sweet.
That'll be coming out. It's called St. Pierre. It'll be coming out, I think, in the new year.
Nice.
Just a fun episodic moment.
Sweet.
Where on the East Coast?
It was filming in Newfoundland, where I've been to before, which I love. That's where Sam and I met. But then, because it's called St. Pierre, there's this tiny French island there called St. Pierre with like, I think the population's 6,000 people.
Oh.
Beautiful. If people don't know that it's there. And it's the only part of France still left in North America, that tiny little island.
How
And
interesting.
everyone there speaks French. Like the things they import, they have like only good wine, only good cheese. Like everything
cool.
is.
That was on an episode of the
Son
show.
of a Critch.
Yes.
Yes.
It was on there.
Yes.
I watched it. I was like,
Yeah.
Shout out
That
to
sounds
Mark.
familiar. Yeah,
Mark
Mark was
Ezekiel
on it.
Rivera. There you go.
Yeah, exactly. So that I'm really excited to see that show. I was only in kind of a sliver of it, but the folks on that were amazing. And
Awesome.
I really hope it gets a good run.
Very cool.
fun.
Yeah.
Newfoundland's a beautiful place.
I haven't been out there. I want to go.
You should.
Oh my
One day I'll
goodness.
get out there.
You
It's so
should.
nice. I remember before I booked that show, I had one of my best friends, Bronwyn, is from Newfoundland, St. John's area. And I would always tease her because I'm like, oh, who's from like Newfoundland? Like, who goes to Newfoundland?
Yeah.
That's like out there, you know? And then I got this show and I was like, who films there? And I lived there for like 3 months and it's one of my favorite places
Yeah.
on the planet.
I
Like, the
was-
people are so nice.
I
Amazing.
went in the summer because my father-in-law is there. So I went for the first time this summer, and I was like,
Yes.
I could see myself living here.
Me too. My
Right?
stepdad is actually a Newfoundlander.
My husband is.
Yeah. Okay, it's a thing. There's a theme here.
It's a thing, yeah.
But yeah. Shout out Kevin. Most of the time I don't really, not most of the time. Some of the time I don't really know what he's saying. But he's
It's
so
a
funny.
strong accent.
Very strong. Yeah.
We met someone, Allison Walsh.
Okay.
She yesterday. She's
Oh, yeah, she was
from
in town from there, that's
Yep.
right,
So
yeah.
she's from St. John's, and her dad had an accent, and he was talking, and I interjected myself in their conversation, and I was like, yeah, your accent is quick. It's not as strong, but you can
Yeah,
tell that he's
you
from
can tell.
Newfoundland. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
for
it,
sure.
it varies out there because I've seen some like interviews of people where I genuinely like I don't know at all.
To be
what's
fair,
coming
though,
up.
St. John's is such a city place. It's not.
So it's more outside.
That's
you'll
like the
get quicker
townies
one.
or something, right?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
my father-in-law is west, I think, of St. John, so it's 8 hours apart drive.
Right.
So their area has. My husband will say otherwise, but they do have his family has a strong accent.
I love
He's
that.
just used to it.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Because they don't really, like, the same way we don't hear. I never thought I had an accent growing up.
And then
Yeah.
you go to a different province,
And they're like,
"Where are you
"Whoa."
from?"
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I remember the first time I became very aware of my accent it was years ago. I remember I did an interview over the phone with some guy. It was like a U.S. It was probably same kind of thing we're doing now, but it was like before podcasts were really common.
Yeah.
But it was just like I remember I was talking to him on the phone and we were just talking about music and stuff. And then I listened to it afterwards and I realized like my voice is so different from his.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
like I just felt like the Canadian accent, at least I know, I realize that our mouths are just more closed. So like we try to say things like where an American will say house by opening their mouth.
Yeah.
We don't open our mouth as wide, so it's like house. And I
Yeah.
really heard it when I was saying it to him.
Heard it.
I heard it.
It's like, yeah, we just come on over here and we just take this up.
It's true because like when you go to the States, they'll be like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I'm like, "Toronto." It's like, "Oh, I could tell." I'm like, "How?"
They can. It's definitely a thing. I think you know how you like Febreze, you can go nose blind.
Yeah.
From, like, accent deaf. But yeah.
But that was what my fear was. So when we were getting married, I was like, my Filipino family has an accent. Your Newfoundland family has an accent. They're not going to understand
What
each
they're
other.
saying.
And then you get
That's so
alcohol in
funny.
there and no one
Oh my God.
understands.
I'm dead. Yeah.
And it just keeps
It
and
just
then
works.
Yeah, it works out.
I
mean,
notice it a lot when I'm doing like an audition or a self tape that's going to the States. Because sometimes, where they note, they're like, use a general American accent.
Yeah.
And then I become really hyper fixated. I'm like,
Gotta open the mouth
but I kind
wider.
of sound really American, but apparently not.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it always happens when if I'm watching TV shows.
Yeah.
And like I'll see one of the characters will say a word like house or they'll say a word like about, and like it's not very. A boot is not. There's a few parts in Canada where you say it,
Yeah.
but most
Everywhere.
people it's not. However, we do say about differently. About.
About?
We
Not-
say fur too. We don't say for most of the time. Like it's fur. What's that?
Fur.
For what?
Oh, for what? Yeah,
I say for what?
but it depends on it depends on the context.
It depends on the context, right?
Fair.
For what? For what? For what?
This is for you.
Yeah.
For you.
Made you this. This is for you. That's a thing. That's a.
Oh, that's another one I didn't know. But every now and again, like I'll catch like it's like the character is not supposed to be Canadian, but then I'll hear them say one word and I'm like, oh,
You're Canadian.
yeah.
right?
Gotcha.
And then I check. I'm like, oh, look, it shoots in Vancouver. Knew
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I find when I hear an accent long enough, like
Mm-hmm.
if I'm in the States and I'm around accents, I pick up on it.
Yeah.
And then I start to sound like a local. I'm like, ooh,
Ooh.
what happened?
Trying to you start to mimic it and hear.
And if I hear
blend
like
in.
the British accent for a long time, because I used to work for a company run by people from the UK,
Mm-hmm.
if I hear their accent long enough, it comes out.
Actually,
wow.
I find that
I
think
mimic
that's-
them
I
too
think there's
much.
something about the like when I'm around British people for a long
It
time.
comes out, right?
Well, it's not even that it comes. Maybe it comes out, but I do feel tempted to start talking like them.
I think it's a human
Yeah.
thing, like of environment, maybe.
It's
Yeah.
also just it's just a.
And it
it's a
sounds so pretty. I want to
Yeah.
talk like them too.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Anywho.
So producing.
Yeah.
Producing. I really enjoy it. I think
awesome.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I've got a couple. I write as well. I started writing like for theater in theater school, and then I've started writing like shorts and whatnot. I wrote shorts that become longs. And I'm
Fair.
like, well, feature films. I'm like,
That's
the
awesome.
longs need to be shorter. But yeah, I was like, I would love to just keep making stuff. I have yet to make something of my own. I'm making stuff with friends and other people, but yeah, we'll see how that goes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think 2025 will be a lot of making things with friends.
Sweet.
Nice.
We
So
should
far.
we should talk about stuff.
We should make stuff. Yeah.
I'm down.
We can produce, and you can teach me how to make props that look heavy but aren't.
Yes.
That's a skill.
And you can show me how to do paperwork.
There you go.
You got
I like
it.
it. That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Collaborations in 2025.
And you can teach me how to be a beauty queen.
Your mom will be
See?
so happy.
She'll be so proud of me.
She's probably watching this being like,
Yeah.
yes.
She's like, yes, finally. Which, to be fair, like I was saying, my mom was like, you should go into pageants. When I was little, I was not a cute kid. Like, you know how you go through different phases? Cute kid, really awkward teen,
That was me.
Fair enough.
right?
I was really awkward.
yeah,
teen.
I think it's like evened out now.
There you
I
go.
would do it.
Do it.
There you go.
Coming soon, Miss Philippines, 2025.
Mr. Philippines.
Yeah, we're gonna.
They're gonna
It'll be a whole
dethrone you
show.
soon.
I won't let it happen. They'll take my crown from my cold dead hands.
I'm shocked, but you need a crown.
Yeah, that's the thing. They never gave me a crown.
Guys typically don't get crowned.
well, you know what?
That
That's sexist, Regine. Don't you
Yeah,
think?
that's
You
not
crown.
fair.
I'm tired of this discrimination, and I won't
Yeah.
put up with it
Okay,
anymore.
then tell PIDC. You're on air right now. Go ahead.
I want a crown.
Right to the
I want a crown.
you.
Actually, well, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'll advocate for my fellow men and say that I can live without a crown. You know, I ran so they can walk,
Oh my god.
but
Isn't it the other way around?
I walked so they.
How about we just
You
make
strutted.
you a crown?
But I strutted the runway so that they
Strut
could
the one-
they could
Be crowned.
crowned.
They could get a
yes.
crown.
Yes,
Did you get a sash?
I got a sash.
What
Where's
happened
the
to
sash?
it?
It's at home. In fact, what's interesting, so like I told you how I won the 1 year and then they didn't have it again,
Yeah.
but they still wanted an escort for the following year's winner. So they got me a new sash with no year.
So you
I'm the guy.
You're the
But they're talking about bringing it back.
well.
Yeah,
I
possibly
mean,
next year.
So then can you just run again?
I mean, theoretically, but the thing is, if you're the current reigning person, you can't really run again.
Well, your reign
well,
is over.
You should do what like Miss Universes do and just be on the judges panel.
Yeah, and I was also thinking they do
He'll
something
probably
called
MC.
they do something called the final walk, where like last year's.
Oh, I know the final walk.
You want your
So
final.
I want my final walk.
Got it.
Yeah.
I'll talk to the titas.
I deserve it.
I
All
got
right.
you.
Give him his walk.
Yeah. Only thing is, so my sash again, it was a different time, I guess.
Broken.
Well, the sash was like, because now I see the sashes like embroidered, like they're pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Mine was like, it was like
Scott, what year was your pageant?
it was like very recent, right?
Mr.
Very recent.
Philippines 20
20 something,
20 something.
2020 something. Sure, let's go with that.
I
But
know.
but the letters,
I know.
but the letters were like stickers.
Oh.
Vinyl stickers.
Yeah, so it looked good on camera and it was great.
Right.
But just over time, as it's been sitting in a drawer, some of those stickers have started to
Curl peel.
yeah. So it's not like I'm actually curious now. Like I haven't looked at it in a while. Like if I have to do
Where
my final
is it?
walk,
Like, is it in a drawer?
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like in my sock drawer.
You
But
know,
it's not a
that's not
sock.
where it's supposed
It's a
to
sash.
But where should I have it?
The
Have it
secret.
hanging. You
On
should have
display?
it hanging.
No,
You know where
I
you
don't
do
buy
your gaming? You should have
Should
it
have
in
it
the
as like in the
background.
background. You're kind of right.
I feel like when Scott is home alone, he puts it on and like.
You know,
I'm gonna ask
every
his
night,
girlfriend.
every night before bed, I just put it on and I just give myself a little final walk and just.
See, you don't need the final one.
You're giving Miss Baltimore Crabs from Hairspray.
Oh,
She never let her crown go.
There you go.
you see, and that, you know
You're
what? That's
never giving
exactly
yours
me.
up.
Never.
Oh
Never.
my goodness.
It's
We'll get you a crown, Scott. Don't worry.
Yeah.
yeah. It's it's about time.
I'll order you one from
They gave me a
Shein.
trophy. Is the trophy here?
Did you have to do like a talent or something?
Yes.
What was your talent?
I sang. I got my band to come in. We did a whole performance.
Do you remember what song it was?
If you don't, I can ask your mom if I could just borrow the DVD.
No, because it's not on the DVD. Because the talent portion was done on a different
it's
day.
not available.
So we had to go to like a restaurant.
So what were the?
Was it Casa Vanilla?
you
No.
You did walk, talent,
So there was
interview.
there was interview. Well,
Onstage interview.
not interview. It was like Q&A. So you
Okay.
you have to like draw a question out of a hat.
I'm a message to Titas right now.
Okay, yeah. There's Q&A. There was formal wear.
Actually,
There wasn't beach wear.
Is formal wear that exciting for guys?
It's like a suit.
But everyone wears. Is it like the same suit or like? Can you
why
get
didn't you wear a
creative?
barong?
Did I wear a barong?
You're asking the wrong.
I can't remember now. I think some might have worn a
Ask your mom.
barong.
She's right there.
Some might have worn a barong. I don't remember what I wore now.
Huh.
But actually, I might have worn a barong.
Okay.
But I also have no memory of it. No, I did wear a barong. Because I think in the picture where I won, I'm wearing my barong. And my hair was long.
I'm searching.
I had long
Mr.
hair.
You had
Philippines
long hair.
Yeah.
PIDC.
It was honestly probably about as long as yours, actually. That's
No
how long my hair
way.
was. Yeah, it was about to
Check
there.
it.
Yeah, that's about how it was.
I have the hair of Mr. Philippines.
Boom. But
I'm literally searching. To
Yeah,
Do you
form-
remember your question?
my question was something along the lines of what qualities like exemplify or personify a Filipino person?
And what did you say?
That is such a good question.
I said, in my eyes, like
How do you remember this, but you don't remember what you did last week?
because my memory's like that. I remember very specific things and I forget a lot of things. But I said something along the lines of that I thought my lolo and lola were great examples,
Yeah.
and I focused specifically on my lolo because
He's a man.
yeah. And
Yeah.
then I talked about some of his qualities, and I think I mentioned like how hospitality and hospitable and being very welcoming.
Yeah.
You know, was that it was an incredible answer,
Gee.
and that's
And
why
there's a recording of this somewhere.
it
It's
exists.
upstairs.
It exists. Yeah, there is a DVD of it.
Okay.
And yeah, so then the talent portion was on a different day. I think I sang a Barry Manilow song.
That tracks.
Yeah, I think we played like was it? No, it wasn't Mandy. I don't remember. I think it was a Barry Manilow song though, but I might be
Was your
misremembering
brother
that.
in the band?
He was the drummer.
Taylor, if you're watching, do you remember what?
Yeah.
you
Anyway,
guys
so we
played?
performed that, and then there was formal wear. I remember it was like active wear. So I think I wore like track pants and like a golf shirt and sunglasses.
Not
Active wear?
not
Yeah.
a golf shirt with
So-
track pants.
Wait.
It was really cool.
That
It
was
looked really
with
good.
the times.
I looked
That
really
is
good.
with the
Active
times.
wear. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Instead of like
Because
Oh.
typically a swimsuit. And like I wasn't
Okay.
like I'm glad because like I wasn't super jacked then, and I'm still not jacked now, but like I'm better now.
he likes to flex.
But like I'd like the idea of like if I was to be in a pageant where I was doing swimsuit, I need to like really like get into the like
Bulk.
get a bit bigger.
It's giving like
Yeah.
Ken. Like this Ken's job is gym.
Yes,
This Ken's job is pageant.
exactly that.
this Ken is both.
Yeah, yeah.
Get the
This
guns
Ken's
going.
job is podcast.
So true.
I
There
love
you
it.
go.
I think those were all the categories.
Mm-hmm.
Q&A.
I don't know. I wasn't part of PIDC yet.
Do you remember the feeling leading up to being crowned? Like, what were you feeling? Were you nervous?
I don't. You know what? No, I wasn't nervous.
He's
Did
like,
you,
I got
did you
this.
did you want it, or were you just like kind of there for the fun?
I mean, I'm a very
competitive.
I'm kind of very competitive.
Kind of very okay.
Yeah, so it's
Very.
like I'm not
Very
gonna
kind of.
I'm not gonna lie and say like Regine is like a loves pageants,
Right.
right? I enjoy them and I like being part of them, but like I wouldn't say it's not like one of my big passions,
Right.
Right. So it's like when my mom was like, Scott, do you want to be in a pageant? And I was like,
What the
Not
hell?
really. What do you mean? Right?
Not really.
But she's like, it could be fun. I'm like, yeah, why not? It'll be fun. But then once I was in it, I'm like,
Dedicated.
I'm here for one reason, and it's to
win that
Yeah.
crown.
Yeah. Yeah.
That you never got.
Okay. Did
Yeah.
you have to do the thing that I typically I watch Miss Universe every year, but do you have to do the thing where like the runner like
The final two are like holding hands, look at each
hand.
other.
Have you heard the superstition?
Oh, no.
The
There's
person
this-
whose hands are on the top usually wins.
So you can see they like battle it out, and typically they end up with a
Like
with
an
a-
awkward,
with a
but then the other
1-2.
person's thumb is like still at the top.
So each one is, I'm gonna have to watch for that now from now.
It's a thing.
So their hands are like they're like
I
doing
wonder
this.
if my hands are up top.
They're
when
doing
I
like a
won.
thumb battle type. Like it's like
I think the general
Let's see.
consensus is like 50-50, like one hand down, one hand up. So it's even.
I think
but
I went like this.
I agree
when
there's
held
kind of
on
like a-
someone's hand. Let me take a look
Yeah.
at my
Gosh.
photos.
Anyway,
I did not
so,
know that.
So you didn't know.
No,
But you still won.
yeah. Well, for mine, they didn't do the because I
No
think
holding hands.
no, they had us just standing in a line,
Oh.
if I recall, and then they must have called like third runner up, second.
Yeah, my hand
runner-up.
was at the top.
Confirmed.
See, my hand was above hers.
Confirmed. I see it.
See, my hand was above hers.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Regine took the upper hand.
I did
Quite
that
literally.
unintentionally.
Regine knew what she was doing.
Yeah, she knew.
She was in
She's
it to
pageant
win
girl.
it.
She knows.
She
She
was
knew.
I was
in
like,
it
did
to
I
win
do
it.
that?
So I wonder because you didn't hold hands.
No,
Just had that spark.
I just had that.
That-
little-
And you're still part of
Je ne sais quoi.
BIDC all these years, so they
yeah.
picked the right winner.
Well, I mean, the cool thing about it is like that. In a lot of ways, directly, like that pageant win leads to this show,
Yep.
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I still can't
Cause
believe
and
my hand is at
cause
the
and
top.
effect. Is that what it's
yeah,
called?
yeah, I
Cause
think
and
so.
effect.
Yeah,
You won a pageant, and then we had a reunion.
so true. Isn't that interesting?
Would we have had that reunion? It may be,
I mean, we would have had the reunion,
but we wouldn't have
but
had the.
like we wouldn't be having this
follow-up.
conversation. Yeah,
and I'm so glad we did.
yeah. Because then who knows? Who knows?
Who
Maybe we're
knows?
going to be making some kind of movie later.
We're gonna make movies.
Well, there you
Aw.
go.
Everything
What a
happens
world.
for a reason. This is a cosmic.
Mm-hmm.
How many years ago was that? 26 years. So
When-
like 8 years ago.
Yeah, I guess so.
8 years in the making,
boom.
There you go.
and then I
beginning.
got to meet you too.
Yeah, and now your mom's lifelong dream is about to come true.
I'll finally make her proud. Just joking. She's proud of me. No, I would love to come see a pageant though. Is that allowed? Can you go
Yeah.
see pageants if you're not?
think
Yeah,
so.
you
know
can
anyone?
watch
Yeah,
it
yeah.
in the audience.
Do people like cheer for people?
Oh yeah, the crowds honestly get really raucous.
My crowd,
Yeah.
whenever I compete for a pageant, if it's local,
People show up in Team Regine t-shirts.
they do, and they have noisemakers. I'm surprised you didn't bring that one when you went.
Oh my god.
I was wearing my Team Regine t-shirt.
He was.
Yeah.
Some people bring cowbells. People bring noisemakers. Like
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I want to be a
it's-
part of this.
Honestly, it's
really
a pretty
bad.
good. It's a
when
pretty
you're
good
on
environment.
stage, we'll be the ones making all the noise.
The only louder crowds I've seen are just when I go to wrestling.
WWE.
Yeah.
Of course. Oh yeah, how was it? You didn't even talk about it.
Oh yeah.
And we've got to wrap up soon.
Yeah. How long does what? When do you guys stop? How long is the show?
When do we stop?
we
never-
usually,
'Cause I
honestly,
could go all day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not in a hurry. I mean, typically the show's about an hour, but
Okay.
we're close to 2 now.
Stop it.
But I'm good to like. We'll go when it feels natural.
Yeah.
Well,
you
no.
know. Or you're not in a hurry. Are you in a hurry?
No.
Okay, good.
You were right here. You can't go.
Didn't you see
anywhere.
my
Well,
suitcase upstairs? No.
moving in. All right.
Your parents
guys.
aren't home.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Well,
So tell us.
so I visited my brother in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Oh, because I didn't see you for 2 weeks.
That's right, because that's why we had our La Kai Kusina episode. We pre-taped it because
Okay.
I was in Vancouver for that week. And we went to, so there was a big event called Survivor Series that happened in Vancouver. It's a WWE event called Survivor Series.
I have
Okay.
a friend who went to that too.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
It's called Survivor Series War Games. And it's a special event where they have two wrestling rings attached to each other. And then there's a giant cage over top of the whole thing. And there's like 2 teams. It's like 5-on-5. It's a big fight that happens. Yeah. It's really good.
A cage.
Yeah.
Can they climb it?
They climb it.
I
and-
would
and
totally climb it.
They climb it, and some people like jumped off it. And actually, we were talking briefly about wrestling before this. You asked if people get hurt.
Yeah.
There was a part at the end of the match where one of the guys, he jumped off of the top of the cage onto somebody
his
else. Onto somebody else who was laying on a table. So they jumped through the table, And like breaking tables is a big part of
Right.
WWE, and also
Yeah.
hitting each other with chairs is another one.
I
Yeah.
know that one.
Yeah.
Chairs, yeah.
But we didn't notice it at the time. But the guy, when he jumped, he broke one of his feet when he landed.
Oh.
So they like I saw the replay after, like you see his foot like just like bend. Yeah.
Oh,
So
sorry.
he landed
Sorry.
wrong.
I mean, microphone.
That's
Oh
fine.
my
He
gosh.
landed wrong and just broke his foot. Yeah.
Oh,
Big
no.
Bronson Reed. He injured himself. But yeah, so we went to that. It was awesome. But here's one thing that I noticed about it. So we bought like expensive tickets for this event, the one in Vancouver.
Not surprised.
And it was like, because we wanted to make it a big event. You know, I'm traveling all the way to Vancouver. Let's
Get a
go.
nice seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we
It's
got like
your Swiftie era.
yeah, exact same thing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So we got floor seats, but I noticed we weren't so close that it was like there were still, 10 to 12 rows of people
Right.
in front of us.
Okay.
And people tend to stand when like big moments are happening.
of course.
So I just noticed like we were near where the entrance is, where they all come in, and like
cool.
when every wrestler gets their entrence.
Right.
But
That's cool.
I struggled to see a lot of it. So it's like, even though I'm pretty tall, you're still only seeing like if everyone is standing and the guy you want
oh,
to see
you're
is
all
standing.
on level. You're not.
There-
Yeah, we're on the same level.
There's no incline.
Yes. And so it's like I kind of got to see their heads, and then you could kind of see. So me and my brother at the end of that, we were like, that was really cool. But I'm like,
Maybe
I
not
think-
on that side.
well, I was just like, if we're going to do wrestling, I feel like we either got to spend more money to be like right next to the
there.
ring, or maybe further back in the raised seats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so we saw Survivor Series. It was cool. But then, so there's Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown every week. So this was on the Saturday, the Survivor Series.
Yep.
The following Monday Night Raw, 2 days later, was just in Everett, Washington, which is only a 2-hour drive from Vancouver.
You totally went across the board.
So we drove to US Monday, and we bought like VIP seating, second row at Monday Night Raw.
Are you broke yet?
Oh my gosh.
It was it was an
Wow.
expensive weekend.
So was that better than the?
So much better.
Okay.
It was like we were right there. We were on TV like so many times. Like you can see us because I'm wearing
Oh, you
like
wore your costume.
I didn't wear full costume at Monday Night Raw. I just wore my hat. Like it's a pink and yellow neon hat because it's like something Macho Man Randy Savage used to wear. So I was wearing my hat so you could always see my hat in the background. And like we were like second row. We saw everything. The announcers were right
Wow.
there. It was so fun.
Love that.
So now you know the right way to do it if
Yes.
you're gonna do it. It's
Which one
that
was more
or-
expensive?
The Vancouver one.
Oh.
But
Oh.
again,
because it's like the whole big series.
yeah, because the Saturday night ones are like those ones you only see them on TV like they're pay-per-view. They're like the big events.
Yeah,
so they're more expensive to come watch them. Monday Night Raw is every week. It's still like expensive, but it was quite a bit cheaper. And so but
Cool.
yeah, but again, I would say like we enjoyed Monday Night Raw more. But Survivor Series like as a show was like maybe better or just as good.
Right.
It was just because we were closer, our experience was so much better. And yeah, when you do VIP, you get to like all the folding chairs in like the first however many rows. They have like they're like printed. It says like VIP and then it's DIY, and you get to keep it.
You get to keep the chair?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
The
pretty
chair.
You get to keep your chair. Yeah.
How
In
did
fact,
you bring that home?
Stop
I didn't.
it.
It's sitting in my brother's place.
That's amazing.
One day I'll get it, but here I have a picture of it.
Oh.
It was and the chairs I believe like
It was worth the amount of money that you spent.
Yeah.
yeah, and then also every chair
Wouldn't
is
it be
different.
funny you weren't allowed to bring the chairs and they're like, where are these chairs go?
It's like where are they? Who took
Why are we
those?
missing
took our
two chairs?
chairs?
Yeah, it was awesome. Here, let me
Like, you know,
find
the,
it.
like the concerts where you to give
Yeah.
back the wristbands and no
Yeah.
one does.
You just walked out with chairs. I'm dead.
It's like, oh, sorry, thought it was okay. Here,
Oh,
Let's see.
yeah, that's the chair.
that's fun. That is you and your brother to a T.
Yeah. I feel like that's also really good for like decorating
Yeah.
a space.
They're
Need a
awesome.
seat?
It's
Here you
unique.
go.
Yeah.
What my brother was even like, every time I watch wrestling now, I'm just gonna sit in these chairs.
Aw,
So,
that's
like-
so sweet. I love
you
that you
guys
guys
gonna do
did
it
that
again?
together.
Yeah, huh?
You doing that again?
So,
That's a yes.
in March 1st,
Okay.
there's a giant event coming to Sky Dome, Rogers Center, but
is that
Sky
the one
Dome.
with John Cena?
John Cena is making his final appearance.
Did you get
in
your
Toronto.
tickets already?
Final.
We
Wait,
did.
in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, it's so John Cena has kind of been retired from WWE for a long time. You know John Cena?
Yeah.
He's an actor now, but he was a wrestler.
Yeah.
He's kind of been retired, but he announced, I guess, earlier this year that he's going to kind of have a final year of retiring from wrestling. So he's
So
appeared.
this is it.
Yeah. So like in March is like that's going to be his final appearance in Toronto, and then I think his final wrestling ever will be later on next year. So like so they're kind of advertising as like if you want to see John Cena,
Like the
this is
farewell
it.
tour kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So John Cena's going to be there. So it's an event called Elimination Chamber, which I don't know the rules or how it works, but that's what it's called. And like when I heard it was going to be in Toronto, and it's also at like Skydome, which is like a 50,000, 48,000 seat per.
Did you get
arena.
VIP tickets?
We didn't get VIP because so VIP for this.
Let's see how much tickets
Oh,
are.
They were literally like in the thousands of dollars. Yeah,
For
like, for one seat, one
I
ticket.
can see you doing that though.
Yeah, but like some of them, like literally, like for the best seats, you're looking at like $7,000 or $8,000. Like,
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
yeah.
That's too much.
So we spent not over $1,000, but
Good
maybe
seats?
kind of close to $1,000.
Oh my God, Scott.
And yeah, the seats we're on
What
the
section are you
floors.
in? Oh, okay.
Section
Maybe close.
section G.
Don't tell us.
Okay.
Whatever, I don't care. But like they're nice seats, I think.
Yeah.
Is this how much you spent?
A little more, but
Oh,
yes.
oh.
But, actually, you know what? You know what to say? I'm annoyed about something I've realized, and the same thing happened in Vancouver, and it's something we have to be aware of from now
Wait,
on.
what row are you in?
I think 5. I think.
Wait, what happened in Vancouver?
So
Is this how much you spent?
no, it was like so. Here's the thing. Here's what I just found out. It happened in Vancouver too. Is that we bought the tickets right away when they become available
Right.
because we wanted to get the seats we wanted.
Of course.
But then when we found out is like closer to the event, any of the seats that didn't sell,
They,
cheap-
they
Cheaper.
dropped the
Cheaper.
price.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were like, so me and my brother were like, okay, from now on, we're not doing that. Like, I kind of don't like that they do that, but I can understand like they want to sell the tickets.
Yeah.
But it kind of, for me, then you're kind of taking advantage of your most passionate fans, which kind of annoys me.
Yes. Agreed.
And kind of the same thing kind of just happened
Happens.
here is that so we weren't going to buy tickets because we thought it'd be really expensive.
Yeah.
But then we got an email because we signed up for the newsletter and we got access to the pre-sale.
Love a
And
good
we
pre-sale.
saw the tickets and it was like, it's actually a much better seat than I thought it was going to be, and it's a lot cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So we grabbed them. And then after the pre-sale happened, the official tickets went on sale, or the official opening, what do you call
Yeah,
it? The
whenever-
main
General.
general
Yeah.
sale. And they dropped. Like,
Really?
not a lot. It dropped about like $100.
Oh,
100 is in this day and age. That's a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and like the seats we got are like you can't still sit as close as we are, but you can sit pretty close.
close.
Yeah. And it's like, and again, it's almost like, oh, so I guess it's the gamble you take because obviously if a lot of people had jumped on it, we wouldn't have got it at all. But
Yeah.
it still feels like you're kind of taking the people that care the most. You're like, yeah, we want to get as much money out of them first. So
That's interesting because when I go to a concert or wherever, like, I'll use the pre-sale code and it will be cheaper than when it goes.
I
to
feel like that's how it
general.
should be. Yeah.
Obviously, until the reseller starts selling and hiking up the pricing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised.
You know what happened to me one time? I bought tickets to see. Oh my God. I forgot. This was Chapel Roan before she blew up.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Mere months before she blew up. My friends and I, we went to go see her here in Toronto at this tiny venue. And I had bought my ticket. I can't remember if it was through Ticketmaster or whatever. But I get to the door, we're all dressed up, we're ready to have a good time. And the lady scans my ticket and she's like, no. And I was like, sorry, what?
What?
She's like, this ticket's already been scanned. Sorry.
No.
Next. And I was like, wait. I was like, hang on a second. I was like, I paid like a decent amount of money, like not a lot. We'll never see Chapel Roan that cheap again now because she blew
Okay,
up.
yeah.
But I was like,
Fair.
my friends have already gone in and like you have to help me. Like I just bought these. And she's like, you have to call the Ticketmaster or whatever, call them like, you got scammed, I guess. Like someone's already here and they sold the ticket. It was a whole
gosh.
thing, and I was like, I'm not gonna get in to see this. And then this guy who worked there, he was like, this has been happening a lot. He's like, so we're quietly like selling tickets to people who this specifically happens to. They're like, but be careful because not all the venues are doing this. But anytime I buy something not straight from this, like even straight from the source, like Ticketmaster, I'd say is one of the sources.
That's the source. Yeah.
I'm like, we have to get there like early because if for any reason like this has been sold a couple of times,
Yeah.
I was lucky I still got in, but I was like,
Wow.
I think I got scammed. I think that's a scam.
So was it
Was
was
like
it general
StubHub
admission or were there
a-
seats?
It was general admission.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So someone had bought the ticket, sold the ticket for like a bit.
Kept
And then
the
just
ticket.
use the
And then they
ticket.
went. And I was like, it's interesting too, because if they sell it multiple times.
I wonder how
Yeah.
many other people they.
Exactly. Anyways, beware.
I just remembered who the last concert I actually went to was Tori Kelly. I had to think about it.
No way.
was like, as you're saying that, because you're like, smaller venue, I'm like, I
Yeah.
just saw Tori Kelly. Yeah.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
She's amazing.
Her vocals are
live.
insane.
Her. That's all I gotta say.
Crazy.
Thank you,
Chills.
Melvin, for getting me in.
Nice. I guess that is the danger with, because it's very rare that you have physical tickets anymore. So it's kind of just like it's a barcode.
Yep.
And like
You
everybody
can
can,
like, screenshot the barcode.
you can make a million versions of that barcode.
Actually, if you go to a venue like Rogers Center or Scotia, they have an actual like your ticket when it
Oh
opens
yeah, that
up,
like
it's-
moving barcode thing. Yeah, yeah.
So
That's true.
Technically,
So I guess it
Interesting.
depends. It
let's
depends
see
on
what
the
happens
thing.
when I open a ticket.
Well, like my boyfriend's mom and I, and my boyfriend's there too. We do that with the
Yeah, see,
the
it
Jays.
moves. I don't want
Yes.
to put it on.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
put
somebody
it,
might
don't
take
put
it.
on.
Yeah, and I guess that's exactly that, to avoid that.
Yeah.
But I guess again, it
I
depends
mean, it's
on
not
the
my ticket; it's a
server.
gift, so
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
sucks for that.
Yeah.
It kind of works for something. I get the selling the tickets last minute for like
Like, look at Taylor
sports
Swift.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But no, I think what's the last concert I went to? Oh, Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh,
Sabrina Carpenter with Sam. Sam got tickets for my birthday.
Amazing.
Aw,
Yeah.
How was it?
So good.
Oh wait, is that the one? I think I actually saw. Did you guys both wear matching like white outfits?
We dressed up. Yes, because like
Yeah, I saw that on Instagram.
you dress up for concerts, like depending
It's
on
a
the
thing
vibe.
now, yeah.
It's a
You
thing.
gotta dress up.
Right?
I always dress up for
Yeah.
concerts.
Like Chapel Roan had different themes for different cities she went to. So ours was Slumber Party. So the girls are girling, you know? And then Sabrina Carpenter, it's a similar vibe.
Yeah.
So Sam and I just scrambled. She called me like 2 days before my birthday. She's like, "Are you free on Wednesday?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Good, we're going to the concert. Happy birthday." And I was like, "Oh my God."
That's
okay.
awesome.
But we like threw our outfits together. We got there. Actually, did Sam tell this story? I might tell this story.
I don't know. Tell it.
Can I tell the story?
Tell it.
Okay. We dressed up and so
To
good
the T.
vibes. Like,
Yep.
right? Like, you know, we did the thing. It was lore based. We had feathers because she has that song. And Sam was like, I got kind of nosebleed seats. Like, I don't know if they'll be any good, but like we're in. And I was like, great. And this was one of the first, I think it might have been the second tour date. She had just started this tour.
Okay, nice.
And we were worried because her new album had just come out. And we're like, people maybe don't know the album that well. But we had like really
You guys
gone-
had studied up.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we were ready.
As you do before you go to a concert.
As you should.
Yeah.
Depending. And
I just kept trying to.
Yeah, can
I'm
we just
trying to
get-
like quietly rip out a nice Rice Krispie
Why
treat.
not? Quiet.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
so we're like so excited. We get our drinks, we go up to our seats, and we were shocked on the way there because people really weren't all that dressed up. Like people were maybe in like a Sabrina Carpenter t-shirt.
Oh, that's lame.
And I was like, we went like all out. And I was
Yeah.
like, guys, like, it's also an impression, you know, we're making an impression as a city on this artist. Like, Toronto brings it, or I thought we did. And
Yeah.
so we're like, okay. To the point where like the Scotiabank Center, like social media people saw us and they're like, do you want to be in our fit check?
Oh, I love
It was
that.
so, I was like, this is my first fit check. But anyway, so we get up to our seats, like really, really up there. And we're
Was
sitting
it Rogers
there.
or Scotiabank?
It's Scotiabank.
Okay.
We're sitting there, we're really excited. And really overdressed. It feels like we're overdressed, but I feel like we
No,
understood
you
the
have
brief,
to.
you know?
You guys got it right.
We got it right.
You weren't overdressed. Everyone else was underdressed.
I know,
Yeah.
and I was disappointed. And we're sitting there, and we were like, we look way, in the most not conceited way possible. We were like, we look way too nice to be sitting in the 500s.
Yeah.
We're like,
you should have been down there.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yep.
was like, what? Okay.
That's interesting because I've seen people go to concerts and they're usually like, mind you, I do go to country concerts more, so everyone does dress up.
Wearing a hat.
The
The
boots, the
boots,
hat. Like
yeah.
I have a whole rainbow of different
Yeah.
colored cowboy boots. So
I love that.
I do. I have a sparkly pair of cowboy boots that I absolutely love. Anyways, I digress. I'm surprised that specifically for Sabrina Carpenter, because
That's
if you
what I
watch
mean.
different influencers that do go to her concerts in like the U.S., they go all
The
out.
sparkles, the feathers,
The kiss tattoos,
Yep.
everything.
yeah.
Do you think there were more people dressed up like lower down, do you think? Or was it just like not that many people were dressed up?
Is it just like an American thing?
I don't know. Like Sam and I were really confused.
Because if you look at social media for the Eras Tour, for example,
People are
but not in Canada. Like the Toronto ones weren't as sparkly and
Really?
clips and fringe,
I saw quite a few sparkly dresses.
but not as much as they would in the States.
Oh, really?
maybe. I'm not sure.
Is it because it's cold?
probably
You know, that could
probably
be part
has
of
a
it.
lot to do with it.
I
Yeah.
would have done it anyway.
Yeah.
Because I got, actually, I guess Taylor Swift was here a few weeks ago.
And
Yeah.
now she's in
Vancouver.
Vancouver. Yeah. Because we were, I guess, doing rehearsals for the show that happened last night. And so I dropped Garson off at home, and it had me driving along Front Street,
through
basically.
the concert.
Yeah.
And I remember it was late at night, and I completely forgot it was happening. So I was just driving, and I'm like,
What the hell?
what are all these cars? And suddenly I was in a traffic jam at like 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
And then suddenly like the crosswalk goes, and there's just an army of pink sparkles and sequins walking by, and I was like, oh.
You're like, is Regine there somewhere?
It's the Swifties.
I was just trapped, but I was pretty impressed. I was like, that looks like they were having a fun time.
Like that's what I was saying. Like if I'm not a Swiftie, but I'm like if I were to get tickets randomly at last minute, I would have something in my closet ready to
Especially
go.
tickets that are going to be that expensive.
Yeah.
You gotta
And
go all out.
how many people do you think got scammed for the
A lot.
people in videos were like, I paid like $60. I'm like, you're not getting in the concert.
No.
There's no way. But
Yeah.
we were
Unless you're in Vancouver where they did sell
Yeah.
the $12 tickets for the back. But
Really?
apparently, like, because for some reason it's in my For You page on TikTok, but like you can actually see the stage.
Oh, I heard that they were supposed to
I'm
be.
not. It just pops up.
Me neither.
Yeah, I heard that there was some like obstructed view, but you could still see the part that actually
Yeah.
walks out into the middle, right?
Yeah.
I would totally
Yeah.
buy
Yeah.
an obstruct, depending on who it is. Like for Shania Twain, so I saw her twice in 1 year. Once when she was at Budweiser, and you can barely see her because when you're at Budweiser,
Right.
you can barely see the stage. And so then when she was in that same year in the fall, she was at Scotiabank.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Let's just go to the 300 section. But we were right by the side of the stage. And even though you're higher up, you can still see more than you would
Yeah.
at Budweiser. So
Yeah.
that's why I went and saw
I
her
remember I
twice.
saw Rush once
Yeah.
in the 300s at Scotiabank, but we were at the side, and I'm looking
can
down
still
on the
see.
stage, and it's pretty cool.
So what I do is if I'm in the 300s, I do row 1. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
That's
can
smart.
see.
That works.
So when we were at the Sabrina Carpenter concert, Sam pulled out the craziest move I've ever seen.
Oh.
So we're sitting there. I know. I just I need to. I've told this story to a couple people, but it was like so iconic.
And since we've had her on the show, people know who she is.
yeah, and she's gonna be like, Christina. I'm telling the story, Sam.
You've been
We're sitting there and we're like, you know what? Should we try to move down? Like, should we try and see if we can get seats lower down? Because like
Nice.
we dressed up. We're really big fans, and it's like
Yes.
we were not getting that energy from like
From the 500 level.
85%
Yeah.
of the crowd, right? We
Yep.
were like, okay. And it was my birthday. And
should have worn a birthday girl. pin.
right? I
Yeah.
know.
See?
And she was like, we were like, well, maybe if a song comes on that we don't like, we can try. And then we both looked at each other. We're like, well, we like all the songs. We're not going to
Yeah.
do that. So we're like, okay, we kind of just have to make our peace with it. The concert's about to start. If we go now and miss the first song,
That's
and if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
fine, we tried.
Fair enough.
So we're like, screw it. So we like cowboy boots downstairs. You know, we're running. And I was like, I don't know how to get all the way down from up there. So she gets over to she walks us right down to the floor, pretty much right to the floor, the security guard. I was like, Sam, like, I don't know. She's like, just trust me. And I was like, okay. She goes over to the security guard and he's like, can I have your tickets? And she's like, listen, like, I bought my friend these tickets for her birthday and I got scammed on StubHub or something. And I was like, oh my God, she's doing this. And I was just like, ah. And he's like, I can't help you. Like, I'd like to help you, but I can't help you. You'll have to go to guest services.
I
And people
figured.
are screaming now because like the lights are changing. She's going to start.
These
Like,
countdown
he's like,
starts.
go to guest services. So she's like, okay, thank you so much. So we run to guest services.
The joys of being an actor, right?
And like,
It's the power.
I never didn't think Sam was a good actor.
yeah, fair.
But like this, like moved something in me.
She deserves an Oscar.
Right?
Nice.
So like we go to guest services. It's this tiny little table with like this
Hidden.
compartment. Yeah. We run over to guest services. And the first song is about to start. And the guy there is so nice. And he's like, how can I help you? And she's like she starts
Same thing.
crying. She starts crying immediately.
Oh,
And she goes, it's my friend's birthday and I did it. I like the seats and it's and she's doing all like the most work. She's like, it's her birthday. And he's like, okay. Hang on one
He's
second.
probably like, is she drunk?
Like it was wild. Like I was like, I didn't even contribute to it because
Yeah.
I was speechless.
You're just there.
I was like,
just me.
she's actually doing this.
Yeah.
And this man turns, he goes into this cabinet he has, he pulls out 2 physical tickets. He goes, just go, enjoy the show. She's like, thank you so much. And he's like, that man will take you to your seats. And so this man is like, you can come with me. And I swear to God, he takes us through this like down into some secret. You have to go through some sort of club, exclusive club.
Oh, you guys were down.
Down.
I worked at ACC. I get it.
I
Yeah.
don't know, down and through, and literally the first row right off of the floor.
Whoa.
So we went all the way from here to all the way down to the floor from Sam's Goodwill. And a part of me was like,
Goodwill or good acting?
good, yeah.
Both.
I was like, well, lying is wrong. And Sam's like, I'm not lying, I'm acting. Like we had the best time at this concert, and they were empty seats. Right?
was
There's
everyone dressed
2
up?
empty seats.
Yeah.
Down there, it was a bit more elevated.
There you go.
But you could tell too, like with the newer songs, some people didn't know them. It was just that weird part of a tour, right?
Yeah.
But we had the best time. We knew like all of the songs.
I love that.
And I've been finding recently with concerts, also the floors aren't full.
No. Because
They
it's
don't-
so expensive.
they don't fill the floor.
Because resellers
Yeah.
buy everything and they think that they can sell it and then they end up
They
not
overdo
selling
it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they go crazy.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
maybe that's the situation with the wrestling thing. That's why the tickets
Yeah.
are
So
dropping.
So
on the
Scott's going to
floors.
go to Rogers Center or Scotiabank, start crying.
Yeah, let me know how that
Let's
goes
see
at
how well of an
WWE.
actor you are.
We'll try it out.
If you ever want to get upgraded seats, go to a concert with Samantha
Samantha.
O'Coin.
Yeah.
I know
Don't
who
do
to
what
call.
she did. Just go with her.
Yeah, because she could really.
Because she's
pull
not
that off.
lying. She's acting.
Yeah, I'd like to say I could do that, but I feel like I
I
might
could
fall
not.
through.
My morals would be like,
I know I couldn't do it. But she's like, we paid the money. She's like, we're not
We're already
taking anyone's
here.
seats, and they gave it to us. And I was like,
fair.
also, I feel like even that's kind of what guest services is for to a certain extent.
To give you the
Like
best
once the concert has
opportunity.
started,
Yeah.
I don't know if there's any harm in going down and being like, are there any better seats? We
You're
can't
kind of
see.
right. I mean, that's true. Like seat upgrades are a thing.
Yeah.
They do it.
I got upgraded seats my first time seeing Shania. I was up in the 300s and there was no one there, and I think she was filming something.
Let's go, girls.
So she wanted everything
wanted it to look
fuller.
full.
So when you get to your seats, they're like, "Oh, here's an upgrade."
I feel like actually every concert should do that. Like
Yeah.
especially like once the tickets have been sold, everything's kind of in.
closed.
People are there.
I
Like
got that at Budweiser too.
Yeah.
yeah, why not? Bring everybody down.
Yeah.
Do it.
They're like, "Oh, you
100%.
don't need a lawn seat. Here you go." I'm like, "Cool."
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
My
Yeah.
husband's like, "You are lucky." I'm
Yeah.
like, "I don't get that lucky anymore."
Yeah.
But
awesome.
yeah, you're right.
And I just feel like especially like you were saying, for like the really big fans
Yeah.
who maybe
Yes.
bought their seats.
Hoping to just get in the room.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Like,
I'm curious then how empty the Eras tour actually was. If you think about all the people who were reselling and
it
hiking up
felt
tickets.
so full. Like,
Yeah,
I wasn't there.
I've got to think that I feel like Taylor Swift is kind of like
An exception.
an exception, and that I think it was such a hot ticket.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she did like how many nights was it? 6 in Toronto,
6.
and I think it's 6 in Vancouver. Like there's so few artists who can do that. I know Oasis is like I think they're gonna do 4 nights in Toronto when they come because it's like
Did you get tickets?
we did.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, we got lucky. I said it on the show before, but like they did like the you had to enter a lottery type thing. I think Taylor Swift did the same thing, right? And like me, my brother, and my friend Colin all tried to enter the lottery, and only my friend Colin managed to get in, and he bought our tickets. So it was not easy to get in.
Wow. Yeah.
But we got him.
I've heard that it's really hard.
Yeah, but yeah, they kept adding nights because I think it just kept selling out and selling out. But again, there's you have to get to a certain level of
Yeah.
like power of artistry to get there. So
Yeah.
Oasis is.
I just
earned it
can't
as
believe
well.
people would pay like $5. I saw on the news when they were like interviewing people, like, "How much did you spend on your ticket?" And someone was like, $6,000 each. I'm like, why?
That's a lot.
When
But-
you
Yeah.
can buy them when it goes on sale for like $100, and then you're pre-selling it for reselling it for $6,000.
Yeah, but I guess again, if it's something that you love and it's a really it's
Yeah.
your thing, and I guess if you have the money,
Yeah.
it's worth it to them. If it's like it'll be one of the big experiences of their like life even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you know.
Like you could say that you were at like night 4 of the
Yeah.
Eras Tour in Toronto.
Yeah.
When they were selling merch even when the concert,
Yeah.
like on non-concert
Did you buy
days during
anything?
the week. No, but I happen, like, depending on the day, I might be an early riser. And there's some days where I find myself up like right around 6 a.m. Maybe I'm out on a walk or something. And there were people that were maybe 30 people already lined up for merch. And they're selling merch at like 3 different locations at the concert, like the venue. And a part of me was like, I could just get in that line, buy a crap ton of merch,
and resell it.
for like triple the and I was like, no. I was like, I'm not contributing to. Like, I think there's something kind of sucky
It's
about
like
that.
when Justin Bieber did the Tim Hortons thing, and people were reselling.
Yeah.
And same with BTS with McDonald's. People would like go to McDonald's, buy the thing, and then
BTS
resell
meal.
it.
BTS, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it, but I don't think that's
I
something
get
that
it, but
would
I
ever
don't. Yeah.
What I hate about it is that it's gotten so like
out of control.
yeah, like it used to be, you know,
Yeah.
okay, I managed to get one and then like, wow, it's worth so much. Maybe I can sell it, but it's become like an industry of itself. And you've got all these people who like it's like I said, they don't have any passion for it at all, right?
Yeah.
They're just like
Scalping.
doing it.
yeah. And that's why like and I've seen some artists like I can't remember who the last one I saw, but it was like a rock star older guy, right? And like maybe it was one of the guys from Kiss. But they kind of like when people walk up to them to get them to sign stuff, he usually asks them he'll be like what song is from this album, right? And if the person can't answer any questions,
he won't do
you're
it?
not a fan, I'm not signing that.
I actually respect that.
Yeah. Me too.
Because also that's not an egotistical thing. That's like a
Yeah.
Fact check.
It's straight up
Yeah.
just like I want to help the fans, and if I sign this, you're gonna like you're just
Sell
gonna
it.
sell it and you don't care actually.
there's no
about
integrity
Yeah.
in it. It's
Yeah.
gotten like really out of control. Because that's the thing with the tickets, right? People can't buy them
Yeah.
Yeah.
at a reasonable price because people are already going in to resell them.
And it's so much worse with digital stuff because like it's not even like you don't have to literally go line up to buy tickets anymore. It's like people will write like a bot that will like the moment they're on
Anyone
sale,
looking for tickets.
yeah, it instantly buys
As many,
1,000
yeah.
tickets at once, right? In like a second.
It's crazy.
So-
Taylor Brown fact checked you, Scott, and says she has 3 shows in BC. So she has 3 out of 3 tonight.
3 in BC and then 6 in
6 in
Toronto.
Toronto.
So is this the
Last
last
day.
day of the tour?
I guess so.
Wow.
Taylor, is today the last day of the tour?
Fact check.
Yeah.
That was like
know.
a year and a half at least. That tour was
But
a
she
long
traveled
tour.
the entire world.
It's pretty amazing.
Did she go to the Philippines?
I have no idea. I only
think
know
she
I
did.
know she went to Toronto and Vancouver. That's all I know.
I know she was in London for quite
Yeah.
not London, Ontario, London, England. She went all
Imagine.
over.
She
I
should have
hope
gone
she
to London,
went.
Ontario.
I mean, it would have
Do you
sold
know
out
how?
for sure.
Yeah, it would have sold because people were
true.
traveling from there to come
She
here.
could stay at the Windsor Arms Hotel.
There
I
you
think that's in London,
go.
Ontario.
She probably would just get on her jet, fly home, and come back the
Yeah.
next day.
I used to go to London, Ontario for hockey tournaments. And we'd stay at the I
You've
think
lived
it
a
was
lot of lives, Scott.
many lives over the years. Wait,
Well,
was it? Oh
happy
shoot.
birthday.
Now I'm misremembering. I think it is. I remember it looks. I loved it because it looked like a castle.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was called the Windsor Arms Hotel, but maybe
When-
it doesn't.
That is a hotel. I just don't know where it is.
Is it
When
in
I
London,
was
Ontario?
a kid, I had this like idea. I had this dream that one day I would stay at all the Fairmonts
Oh,
in the world.
that's a good dream to have.
But then
And?
I found out like there's like
There's a lot, and they're expensive.
So and they're very expensive, right? So I think I'm just kind of maybe gonna make like I was gonna say top 10, but maybe it's a top 5 kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? You'll never know.
Oh yeah, today is the last day. I just checked Ticketmaster.
But
Today
did
is
you
the
check?
last
Did you check
day.
the Windsor Arms Hotel though?
No.
Windsor Arms.
I think that's
Why
in
is it
London,
called
Ontario.
Arms?
Because I think it was actually once an armory
Oh.
where like they kept weapons. That's why it looks
Probably
like a castle.
haunted.
Hotel.
Oh, probably yeah.
I remember
There's
seeing
one in
on
Toronto.
podcast on Sam's. You're afraid of ghosts.
Yes, at the that
me.
was the
There's
Kingston.
one in Toronto.
Kingston Penitentiary.
My mom has told me about that.
Scary place.
Actually, it's totally so haunted.
Wait, yeah, Windsor Arms Hotel. That's I'm thinking about that one.
London.
There is one in top. Okay, what's the hotel
one in
in
Toronto.
London, Ontario? Look up like Castle Hotel in London,
Castle
Ontario.
Hotel.
You know what? I'm thinking. You're right. Windsor Arms is in Toronto, and
Ah.
I was in a. They filmed an episode of Designated Survivor there, and I had a tiny part in it, and that's why I'm thinking Windsor Arms. That's what that is. So I guess
Hey,
that must have
Garson
been
just messaged to me.
nice. That must have been an armory too.
Is it the Delta Hotel London
The
Armory?
Delta.
It must be. Is there a picture?
One moment, please.
How long have you been an actor, Scott?
This?
Not
Oh no, that's
No,
a
that
spa.
looks like a house.
I don't know this.
How long have I been an actor? So you know
Also,
the thing,
also, wait, follow-up question for both. What order do you put your titles, like your jobs in? You know how people are like singer, songwriter,
Says filmmaker.
dancer.
He
That's
says
it.
international.
That's
What is your Instagram?
well, my Instagram handle is
International-
I'm dashing international superstar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Which one do I
Tracks.
put first? I like.
Because you've got the music stuff.
Yeah,
Let's check your website. Let's see what you.
I kind of
Yeah.
I kind of flip around because it's like
Is it scottdionbrown.com?
I think so, but I don't know if I have my titles listed there. But it's like I'm like
Your titles. Because Mr. Philippines is also a title. Just saying.
that's not there. Maybe I should have that there.
It's your title.
It is my title. It's,
There is no
the one I'm
about
on
section on your website.
my website is
Shoot.
very limited, and I haven't really figured out what I'm doing with it yet. But
scottdionbrown.com.
I don't know. It's a good question because it's like so. I think I tend to say actor first,
Actor.
but the thing
Filmmaker,
is,
or
like
musician.
in terms of actual work, I do music and film making more often.
Hey, I'm on your website.
Yeah, under my photography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So-
me.
Oh, that's a great photo. Oh, look at your crown.
You can have one too.
Soon
I
coming
need
soon.
a lot of training.
She's the one.
Hey,
to do it.
me too. Like I'm
But-
on there twice.
You know what I think it is? I think I tend to flip around what's first based on what I'm kind of doing in the moment.
Right.
Right. So like,
Yeah.
yeah. So like yesterday, if
You
they'd
say you're
asked,
a
I'm like,
podcaster?
I mean, very specific circumstances, but like more often, like, you know, because it's rare that I'm somewhere where it's about podcasting, you know, like more
Fair.
likely, for example, like last night, oh, I'm a musician, you know, I play in a band, I'm a rock and roller, you know, but then if I'm somewhere else, oh, I'm a filmmaker, I'm a
At a TIFF
videographer,
party, say.
then I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Or when
Although
you're
I
with
could
your-
actually, I could be a filmmaker
filmmaker
too. Yeah.
or
yeah.
when you're with your brother, he says Scott should add 2024 Toronto Game Expo Duck Hunter first runner up.
Yeah.
Hang on. Wait. What?
We went to Toronto Game Expo last year. Fun event, actually. It happens, I think, twice a year.
2024.
Game Expo. What does
Toronto
that mean?
Game. It's like
what it
it's
sounds
an
like.
expo. Toronto, yeah, video games. I think there's also some other. It's basically like a kind of a fandom convention. Like you can get a lot of anime stuff and like video game stuff, and like it's actually pretty fun. I went for the first time.
How come you didn't go this year?
I couldn't go to the most
recently?
recent one because I was busy, but there's another one in the spring, and I think I'm gonna go. It's fun. It's like at the Queen Elizabeth building at the X.
So he was
Oh, yeah.
first runner up.
For.
So okay, there was like the
Duck
classic
Hunt.
Nintendo Entertainment System,
Yes,
Duck Hunt.
I
with
know
the gun.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, so they had that, and I had not played this game in forever, but I tried it, and I was kind of doing pretty good, and they had the high score listed there, and I'm playing, and the ducks keep dying, and I keep shooting, and like it's getting higher, and suddenly I like beat the high score, and then I keep going. Although I did feel myself once you
Wow.
pass that milestone, you can feel something like your body's naturally lighting up, like I've done it.
It
I've done it.
relaxes
I
a bit.
did
Yeah.
I did it,
Yeah.
and the rest is just gravy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I went for a while, but I
And
did
then?
I did destroy the score, and I was like, oh my gosh! And then I remember as I was shooting, I noticed a crowd starts to gather, right? Because people are watching, and then your performance me starts to kick in, you know,
Yeah.
and then so then I finally lost, and then one of the organizers takes a picture of the screen. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, we have a new high score, and everyone around me was like, yeah, it was and I was
Like the DDR girl.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
He lives for the applause.
He does.
I was like, thank you, everybody. Yes, professional gamer. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. And then half an hour later, my brother, who again, brother-sibling
They're
rivalry
very
sets in.
competitive.
So I think my brother made it his goal to I only need to beat one
Hang
person.
on a second.
He's like, let
So-
Scott go first.
So he got on there. Yeah.
Your brother beat you?
Yes.
Oh, this is all making sense now.
Yes.
That's why his
My
brother
younger
said-
brother, he went in and he just and he did so because he was so determined. So he
Crazy.
not only did he hit my high score, but he destroyed it. He kept going. He did not lose his focus, and he won the tournament.
Good job, Taylor.
How did you feel?
He said, because I,
mean-
rule.
I mean, the thing is, honestly, I was obviously I wanted to win.
Yeah.
And there was a part of me that was I want to get on there again and see if I can beat it.
Yeah.
But I also knew I had locked in so well that first time.
You wouldn't have been
and
able to repeat it.
I knew that it was highly unlikely that I would be able to lock in like that again.
Right.
Because there were moments I don't know, do you play a lot of video games? I don't know if you do or not.
Here and
sometimes.
there.
So I know sometimes, especially if I'm playing a fighting game or something, or even a game where there's just a lot of movement,
Yeah.
there's sometimes a moment that happens where like suddenly like you feel you feel at peace, and you're just like it's like Neo in the Matrix, like you can see, I know it's happening. Yeah. So like that had happened, and I know that in the moments when that happens, and actually it's not just for video games, it can be anything. Sometimes if I'm playing music or whatever it is, or like even acting,
in.
yeah, I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, acting too, when you just suddenly you found the character and you've become them.
It's like
Yeah.
our show. We can keep going. Like today's show.
Right now, we're pretty locked in.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
So exactly. But I knew I'm like, I don't believe I'll really be able to get it back, especially because there's going to be an extra pressure.
Yeah.
Like the first
'Cause
time I
you
did it.
knew.
Yeah. Because the first time I did it, there was I was just like, hey, I'm just playing some duck hunt. And it just kept going.
It just kept getting better.
But this time I feel like I would be in my own head.
Yeah.
It's like the DDR thing.
Yeah.
So I was just like, but the thing is, there was also, there's also an element of like, good job, bro. You know what I mean? Like you're proud.
What did Taylor just send to me?
So
My sister and I are so like that as well.
So Taylor sent me this, and I'm pretty sure he wants me to remind the folks.
Oh,
oh,
what is
On
it?
camera. He is
Ah,
the winner.
that's
It's not
amazing.
focusing
Duck
on
Hunt.
him.
I like how you still kept the title of runner-up though.
I mean, nobody could beat I was second highest.
No one
yeah.
could take that from you.
Yeah.
But didn't your girlfriend
brother.
also win?
Oh, she won the Tetris tournament that was there.
That's impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's your girlfriend's name?
We don't say that.
I don't say her name on
air.
air.
Oh, that's fair.
But,
Girlfriend's name who we don't say on air.
yeah.
Good job.
But she'll I'll tell you after.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
It's a mystery.
But she's a
I
good
like that.
she's a good Tetris player.
I like building mystery.
yeah.
There you go.
Well,
Yeah.
your brother said it's because he rolls, and that's why he.
I mean, he was
What's the
good.
age
He could
gap?
lock in 3 years. Yeah. So it's like it's a good age gap.
Yeah.
What's the gap between you and your sibling? If you
There's
say.
there's 3 of us.
Oh.
3 daughters, 3 girls, 3 sisters, I guess. I'm the youngest, 99. Victoria is 98.
Oh.
Marissa's 97.
Oh.
Right?
So
You're-
quite close
yeah.
in age then.
Like literally, each of us are 18 months apart.
So is it
yeah.
like with that age gap? Did it feel like
Triplets.
yeah? Like did you feel like were you? Because I found like so for me and my brother,
Yeah.
the 3-year age gap, it was like he was always like a baby to me.
Aww.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Even now?
but well, no, that's what I'm saying. Once we cross a certain point, like okay, now we're
equals.
But I remember there was a stretch where it was like, oh, I'm going to this thing. Like I remember like when the Rolling Stones were playing in Toronto, like the big SAR stock event. I don't know if you remember that. Anyway, it was a big
That one?
SAR stock. Yeah, that one. in
Oh my
fact.
God! Tickets were only $21.50.
Yeah, it was
Stop
a big.
it.
It was an awesome show. It was at Downsview Park. It was an awesome show. I remember I was going with my friends, and my parents were like, "Oh, bring your brother with you." I'm like, "I don't want to babysit, mom." Like, I'm not. So we didn't bring him.
How rude!
Well, he was like younger, whatever.
That's like the bane of every younger
You're such
child's-
a big brother.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying because of that 3-year age gap, it's like so. What I'm 6,
Yeah.
and I'm running around. He's like he's 3.
He's 3.
right?
Diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, that happened for a very long time. But I'm curious with your
Yeah.
siblings, was it like that or was it? I don't know.
It was, you know what? Like when we were little, I think a lot of people told my parents we looked like triplets because we were all little at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And we all got put in acting like really young. So it didn't manifest as a competitiveness. There was still a camaraderie to it. So we were really like a tight knit unit.
Love
Like my
that.
oldest sister and I have more in common because she's an actor as well. But at the same time, my middle sister and I, like we grew up doing sports together. We did other things together. So we all kind of had our interconnected like things as a group and
Yeah.
things respectively, 2-on-2 or 1-on-1, I guess. Yeah, I remember though, like I get the older sibling thing where you don't want to bring the younger one, but I remember watching my older sisters like grow out of me. Like I'd be like, oh, do you want to play? Do you want to do this? And my sister's like, no, I'm going out with my friends. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
and I was like, do you want to hang out or go swimming in the pool? And she's like, no, my boyfriend's coming over. And I was like, oh. But like, that's just life, right?
That's life. And then eventually everybody kind of you catch up.
Everybody,
And,
it
like,
evens
yeah.
out. And
Yeah.
like, yeah, I was really lucky that my sisters and I grew up really close and we're really good friends.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
We're all different versions of like artists now, too.
That's so
we have the
cute.
creative stuff in common.
Nice. Yeah, me and my brother are buds too now.
Yeah.
And like we were also like not so much anymore because he lives on the West Coast, but like we were in the band together. So he was
Yeah.
the drummer, I was the lead singer, and so we
Taylor, are you
did-
tearing up listening to this?
done lots of things together over the years.
I love it. Yeah, and like my oldest sister and I too, because we're doing a lot of the same things. Like Duck Hunt was giving me that. Like because we auditioned for a lot of the same things and whatnot. She's gotten roles that I have gone for. I've gotten roles that she's gone for.
Yeah.
It's just like really healthy.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a healthy competition, and you're just happy for each other.
Yeah.
And it makes sense because I guess
yeah.
you guys would literally be the same demographic, right? So you're kind of going for a lot of the same roles.
Yeah, and like we'd go for back when like Wonder Bread commercials were like about the twins. Like we would go in interchangeably as different sets of twins.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was weird, but no, I'm like my sisters are really cool. My middle sister's a little more of the self-identified black sheep.
Okay.
The middle child.
Yeah, the middle child.
Got it.
But like I live with her and she makes really cool, eclectic, colorful like space art.
Ooh.
Very yeah, that's her thing.
Wait,
We should have
space
you
art.
and your sisters all on at the same time.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it'd be
We could do
crazy.
We
We could do
should.
Pure Hallows.
We should.
Yeah, my oldest sister's at Stratford now. It's her like
Oh.
third season, I think.
That's so
Yeah,
cool.
I'm really proud of them. I live vicariously through them in very different
That's so
ways.
cool. So my brothers and I are all. We have a big age gap.
Brothers.
Yeah. So I'm the eldest. Well, technically, I'm an only child, and then my parents remarried. So I have an 8-year gap, an 11-year gap, and
Wow.
an 18-year gap
Oh,
with my brothers.
wow, 18.
Yeah. So
That's a
he's in
lot.
he's in grade 10 right now, and I'm living my life.
Yeah.
So I think we will eventually get there when they are all in their
adulting.
30s.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll happen. Yeah.
And
But yeah,
I'll
that's-
be all older than them.
What's
but-
that like? 18 years. Like, did you feel like a sense of connection? Did you feel that sisterly?
Yeah, I think
Yeah?
too. It's funny because like I'll take him out, just him and I, and we'll do our thing. And because he was so little and I was 18, people would be like, "Oh, get your mom can help." He'd be like, "It's not my mom, it's my sister." Like he would make it very evident.
Yeah.
She's not my mom. She's my sister.
Yeah.
Even now, he's not my mom. It's my sister.
Yeah.
But I tell him, I'm like,
sweet.
now that you're in high school, you're not going to want to hang out with me anymore. And so because I've said that to him, he makes it clear, or he wants to prove me wrong.
Reverse psychology.
And he'll be like, no, I still
There
want to
you
hang
go.
out with you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
He's cool.
He's cool.
Yeah. My sisters and I have kind of evened out, like when they started to grow out of me, and then I sort of caught up a bit. Like I live with my one sister now, and then my other sister, we hang out a lot when she's free.
Nice.
But it's that kind of thing where you find that common ground,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah, there's a point where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
it's not really old or younger anymore. We're kind of
Did
just
you
like.
do that on purpose?
No, I was trying to move it more on the screen, and then it's just gone completely.
Can you see my balloons?
Yeah, actually, yours are perfectly placed.
You're welcome.
Good job, Regine.
The magic
Thank
of
Little,
Disney.
little Mickey Mouse.
I've never
ears.
been to Disney. I've always wanted to go. I know.
I want to go to Disney with you and Scott and see the magic of
Let's
Disney
do
in
it.
your eyes.
We'll stop at Star Wars Land,
Is
and
that
we'll
like
do everything
Florida
else.
Disney?
I've been to.
That's-
I want to go to California Disney, but
Ooh, which one's the best one?
I haven't gone to the California one since I was like 12. So
But you really
I like
like
Disney
that one?
World.
see. That's where I get confused.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know them
Disney-
either.
Disneyland. Okay, so Disney World has multiple different bigger parks. So Magic Kingdom is its own park. Animal Kingdom is its own park.
Isn't there like Epcot or something?
Epcot is its
Okay.
own park. So each park is a different ticket and its own amusement park space.
Interesting.
Disneyland, if you were to go to like Paris, Japan, California, like
Yeah.
wherever they, I'm like, wow, I had to brain fart there for a second. They're all in one land.
Okay, one ticket.
One ticket, one land, all of them in one.
That's the one in Florida.
California.
Oh, California.
So Disneyland is California, Paris,
So
Tokyo.
So Florida's the only one that's broken up.
Yeah, because it's world. It's a world of different parks.
Oh, that makes so much more
and
sense.
the land is one unified
One land.
land. Okay, that's a good way to remember it.
Like Miss Philippines versus Miss Universe
Yeah.
Yes.
or Miss World kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you. Yeah.
Huh.
I
So I do want to go to Disneyland because I want to be able to just hit all of them without going to.
Is there a Star Wars at Disneyland? Mm-hmm. But they're different,
It's-
right? The two Star Warses
It's
are
smaller.
different.
It's smaller than.
Oh, I don't know.
you want to
Disney
go for the
World.
whole thing. Like the
Well, I want the biggest. I want. I
Yeah.
just want to see the Star Wars stuff.
So then you have to go to Orlando and go to Hollywood.
I want to go.
Studio.
I want to go on the Millennium Falcon.
is it expensive?
Depends on
Probably.
when you go.
I
If
think
it's
admission is like $100 or something.
depends on.
More?
Yeah.
Oh.
120?
Yeah. give
Also
or take.
US.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it really depends on what time of year you go.
What's the best time of year to go to
I
Disney?
sent it to you.
Kind of like even now-ish.
Yeah. So when it's not
Oh.
a break,
I've been talking about, I had this idea, and I still want to do it. I just haven't decided when.
I'm not going with
Where
it.
like I wanted to try to do like the cheapest possible
flight.
trip to Disney, and so I got this idea where what I would do is I would book a night flight
Okay.
from here to Orlando,
Yeah.
and then once I got off my plane, I would just like, some people when they show up really early for their flights, they kind of just sleep on the floor in the airport.
Oh my God.
So I was
That's
thinking,
why I said I'm
so I was
not.
thinking
Oh,
I would
no.
get off the plane at night and just sort of chill in the terminal for the night, and then try to sleep a little, and then hop right onto the right onto the shuttle, because they have a shuttle from the
free
airport
shuttle.
straight to the park. Take that, spend the whole day at the park,
Don't say it.
hop back on the shuttle. Back to the airport, and then I book a flight for like the earliest possible flight in the morning, or maybe if it works out, maybe the last flight at night.
I was worried you were going to do multiple days of
No,
staying at the airport.
Imagine.
Now that you mentioned it. Okay.
That might be a little too much, but I was thinking because I could figure because I really only want the Star Wars one. That's the priority.
Right.
If there's time for more, I'll do more. But I figured one day could be enough to see like all the Star Wars stuff and really immerse myself in Star
Okay.
Wars. And all I would bring with me is like a backpack to put in souvenirs.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna wear the one outfit I'm gonna wear
Yeah.
and just like take it all in one day and then come back.
Did you know in Orlando Airport, if you were to buy one of those giant balloons at Disney, they can deflate it at the airport so you can bring it home with you?
Whoa.
Wow.
The
What-
magic
what-
of Disney.
What giant balloons are
Like,
you
the giant blow up balloons at Disney?
With
Well, I know
the
what a
Mickey
balloon-
With the
Mouse ears
ears.
in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
And
probably wouldn't buy one of
And
those.
if you want to buy more merchandise, because you can't bring in so much because you only have a hand carry, you can buy it at the airport as well.
Wow. They've really thought of everything.
And you can buy luggage at the airport. So if you really want to stock up on stuff,
Would I run into trouble? You know how when you go to the U.S., there's only a certain amount you can bring back, like
Yes.
tax free, and I think you'll need it for one day. I think this is the amount like nothing.
It's very low.
no, if you go for under 24 hours,
Okay, well I think I'll be more than 24 hours.
so
I-
then I think it's like 200 or 300.
But like it's you can you don't really like. Do you have to declare souvenirs? They only care if you're bringing like alcohol
goods,
or like
yeah.
Oh,
taxable goods. They're gonna be like, okay, you can keep your Star Wars plushie.
I'll be like, I brought this lightsaber with me, and
Okay,
I'm
you can
bringing it
carry
home.
your droid home with
Yeah.
you. It's fine.
Yeah, this droid is
He's
my
in the droid.
companion. He's came with me.
Like, let's be real. You are gonna. I think if a day is enough, because when I go to Hollywood Studios, because Hollywood Studios is only Disney is only Star Wars and Toy Story essentially. So you will definitely get everything done in a day. And if you book a later flight, go to the airport, ask if you can fly standby there.
Oh, that's even better.
Can I do. It is a crazy idea. It's a possible idea, but there's this secret part of Air Canada that I just found online. Maybe it's not a secret, but like I just found it randomly, and it's a specific like deals part of their website
Okay.
that I'd never found before, and I felt like I had taken the back door into Air Canada.
Uh-huh.
And you can do flights all over Canada for like you could fly to Vancouver for like $80. They just give you specific dates where it's like this date, this date, this date, this date. You can go to
Okay.
Vancouver for $80,
your
or
brother for
Calgary,
$80.
or St. John's, and it can go. You can go to the States, you can go to Europe, you can go to Asia, and I saw flights to like Fort Lauderdale to Orlando for like $120 Canadian.
See,
It's possible if you just pick like
But
the timing.
with Air Canada now, you have to pay for your your personal item.
Technically,
really? How much? A lot?
Is
In the
it
new
per-
year.
Yeah,
In the new year.
January.
Yeah.
I think it started. Is it
Which is so
personal
rude,
item
by
or
the
is
way.
it hand carry? Hand carry.
it's carry on. Yeah.
Yeah.
So even like, because I know, so I've been flying Flair, and with
Oh
that one,
my
if you
God.
want to bring a carry-on
You gotta
item,
bring anything. You gotta.
well, no, for that one you have. So if you bring a carry-on, you have to pay.
It's the same thing for.
But
Air
if you have a
Canada now.
personal item that can like basically just like a backpack or like a purse, that is
Mm-hmm.
free. Is that still the case for Air Canada? Or are they going to charge for that too?
I think they're only charging for carry on.
Okay.
Your backpack should be okay.
Well, it depends on the
All right.
size of the backpack.
Yeah.
And I've noticed with Flair,
Under the chair kind of business.
Yeah.
with Flair, they've shrunk the size of the thing that you have to fit it in, and that makes me mad because it's like it easily fits under the seat, but they're just like making it smaller so that you have
pay
just so
more.
it'll
Yeah.
squish.
At that point, you might as well just pay for like a proper flight because then
Yeah.
you can bring your stuff.
Well, what I did, because like I was in Vancouver, just right, is I brought a backpack with me, and then what I would do is like I would just stuff my jacket pockets with a bunch of things, so it was all my thicker stuff was
Yeah.
on me.
Yeah.
Then I just stick the backpack on, and then once I got on board, I can like rearrange
Yeah,
it all.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like,
But I'll send you this link because it's.
Yeah.
I
Do
guess I don't know if it's
Please
like their
do.
downtime, like nobody's flying these flights.
yeah.
But I literally for Christmas, I was like, where should
it go?
my boyfriend and I go? Like, where are
Yeah.
Daniel and I gonna go? And then I was like, no, don't be silly. But like, there are
Do
flights
it.
for
Yeah.
$90.
That's amazing.
Do
Yeah,
it.
it's crazy.
So there you go. So cheap flight. And then see, the reason I wanted to do the thing where I stay at the airport is because
'Cause
the
you-
Disney hotels are so expensive.
They are. You could also make
do a budget hotel.
killer vlog.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right?
I would make it like, a video that's like cheapest Disney trip.
ever.
Yeah. That's gotta
And if
get
you
some views.
busker, you can make more money.
Bring my guitar and just like play some music.
Oh my gosh.
See?
And then you could use your guitar case as a luggage.
But then how's the guitar gonna come back?
Yeah,
put
that's
it in
gonna be
the
a
holes.
problem. Yeah, I'll just fill my guitar with things. It's hollow.
Yeah.
It's hollow. Just
Put all
loosen
your
the strings.
t-shirts in there.
That's on the list then. Do you think
Yeah.
you'll do that in 2025 or
Yes. I mean,
can
I was
see
kind
that.
of planning to do it.
Why don't you do it when your brother's home and you two do it together?
He'd probably be down for that experience,
Taylor.
actually.
Do
Maybe.
that for your birthday.
Yeah, maybe. Well, actually, I think we're going to Vancouver for his birthday in January.
Well,
but
Taylor, do it while you're
we'll
here.
see. Yeah, there's probably not time. Well, we're already in December,
Yeah.
so it'll be a 2025 experience.
Watch
Yeah,
you go
yeah.
next week. You send him the
We
link.
did it.
He's like, oh.
We checked the flights and it's happening. We're going.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only
telling
one.
you.
It's only one day.
Yeah. It's
I
crazy.
can't believe you're doing
I think you can pull it off.
He was like, because he was like, oh, I have an idea. I'm like, I want to come. I'm like, oh, no, I don't wanna
That's a
go.
bit much. Yeah, because there's different types of travelers, right?
Yeah.
Like I'd like to say I'm the type that could do that.
I'm not.
I don't know if I can.
Well, like when I told the idea, like my friend Colin, he was like, "Oh, I could
see?
do that."
And then when
could
you
do
told
that.
your girlfriend.
She's like, "I'm not doing."
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's something, yeah, because there's something I like about like the roughing it part of it.
Kind of like backpacking.
Yeah,
Then why don't you just stay in a hostel?
I could, but then I could just stay in the airport because it's free.
Fair.
It's nothing. I mean, I stayed in hostels. I enjoyed the hostel when I played in Miami. I stayed at a hostel.
Yeah.
When I went to the Miami International Science Fiction Film Festival, I stayed in a hostel when I was there.
Again, a lot of lives, Scott. This
all
so
kinda
many
related.
different.
It's all related, but
Oh, a question I love to ask people that I don't have a good answer for. But for your autobiography,
yes.
Oh.
at the end of your life, maybe in a couple decades or beyond,
Yep.
what would you call it?
My autobiography.
Because there's so many chapters, right? So many different parts.
I think she was asking you that question, Scott.
Do you have an answer for yours?
I don't.
It's
I think
it's a
mine
hard
would
question.
mine would say
International.
dashing international superstar.
Actually, I get it. It's your
I like
bio.
I like it.
I don't know.
But I mean, I think in terms of a title, like what I feel like real goal is like I would like to
To be
be
a dashing international
superstar. Yes. But what that entails is like I want to be acknowledged and respected for my work, my creative work.
Yeah.
So like I hope that by the end of things I have a body of work that people look back at and go, "Oh, he was
You want to leave a
He was good.
legacy in the arts.
that guy was good at what he did."
I feel like if you didn't have the dashing like superstar title,
Yeah.
you could also make work like a really long title. Like those wordy ones.
Yeah.
I feel like that could work. Like look at all the amazing creative things I did in my life and the impact I made. Good
Yeah.
luck anyone ever living up to it.
I am a dashing.
And then your brother would
international
come in and be
superstar.
like, "He's the runner-up."
He's runner up. He was good, but did you see my
But was
score?
he great?
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
could so see Taylor doing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, what about yours? Or yours? Do you have an answer to that question?
I don't.
Oh my God, no. It's so funny because I asked that question and people hate it. They're like, "That's a hard one."
It is a
It is a hard one. How was my answer?
I haven't even thought of it. It's good because
good.
like it fits you, right?
Yeah.
It's something that's innate to you.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Well,
Stay tuned.
Okay, then what kind of?
we'll ask you. We'll ask the same question next time you're on.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, or what kind of legacy would you want to leave? Because that was basically what he was saying within his answer.
Big question. Oh man,
I also don't know how to answer that
that's a huge question. I feel like professionally, like I just want to do really cool, creative, fun things
Yeah.
and meet cool people,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully have people watch it or see it and like it or like
Yeah.
connect with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like more on a human level, like as my existence, I just want to be remembered as like a person who did some good, maybe funny,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, but I don't know if you can say that you're a funny person. I feel like that's up to other
people
decide
right?
that,
It's up-
yeah.
I hope other people think that I was funny. Did good things, made the world a better place
Mm-hmm.
in one way or another.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a great answer.
It is.
thanks.
Nice.
My heart was singing.
Heart was
Aw.
singing.
That should be the title of your autobiography.
My heart is singing. What about you?
I have no idea. Maybe someone who
Perfect timing, Scott.
I know he does this every time.
Looks so good. No, I'm also giving you time to think.
It is really good.
Do you want any more?
No, I'm still working on this
I'm
one.
still working on mine.
Yeah.
Someone who was kind,
Yes.
even though I make fun of people.
Kind people can do stuff like that.
I
You
make
just don't
fun
make-
of people, like, specifically Scott, because that is like my way of showing endearment
Yes.
Yeah, that's
in
fine.
a way. If I don't make fun of you, it just means I don't want to.
You don't have that.
I don't have that connection with you. It's not that I don't like you, but I don't. Like, I want to be remembered as someone who is nice and kind and, like you said, made a difference in pageantry as I am right now with coaching. And I don't know. I just like being a good person.
Yeah.
And my mom says, "Happy birthday, Scott," in the chat.
Thank you.
Yay!
I'm like, as I'm reading this. Yeah.
Thank you for my under eye
Under eye patch.
under eye
He's
patches.
glowing.
It was cool because those were like the charcoal ones. And as he
Nice.
was putting them on, I was looking at him doing it in the mirror. I'm like, your eyes just popped.
Wow.
Like, his eyes became more brown, like vividly.
the
like
dark
Colorado.
colors do that.
it made it more.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's, I don't know, color theory maybe.
What a thing.
I wanted to ask you a question,
Okay.
Regine. Like, what? Maybe this is like too controversial,
Uh-oh.
but like, what do you think about pageantry sometimes having a bad rep?
That is a very typical question.
Is it?
It is.
Typical?
It
Okay.
is.
In the pageant world, she's been asked it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, because you're right.
Yes, it
Right?
does have a bad rep, but it's because people aren't educated on what pageantry really is. And so outside of the sit down, I have a podcast called The Pageant Sit Down, which came from our
Stop
show.
it. What?
Yep. So the Pageant Sit Down is a platform for people to actually talk about
Oh my
their
God.
journeys in pageantry and show people and educate folks. Like, it's not just the glitz, the glam,
Yeah.
the Trump era of pageantry. It's actually evolved, and it's a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Like, people have their own advocacies that they stand for, and they all do their charity work. Like, for me, my advocacy is being a voice for the voiceless. Hence, the Pageant Sit Down being that platform for people.
Nice.
And if people actually took the time to see what all these amazing individuals do outside of their 9 to 5, because they all have 5 to 9s, and it's making a change in their community, then people will see, okay, it's more than just what they see on stage. It's actually what they do in their community
And
before getting there.
shows like Toddlers and Tiaras have like kind of given it a bad rap
Yeah.
too, right? Stuff like that.
Because let's be real, if pageantry was a shit show like people think it is, I wouldn't be a part of it.
Yeah.
The Filipino
true.
people wouldn't be a part of it.
The national sport.
Let's be real. It's our Olympics. We would not be a part
Yeah.
of it.
That's true. And like I said, I've emceed a lot of them too. And again, I've never seen any of that. I mean, I know most of them are community pageants, but it's like, I know there's a lot of bad stuff out there, but it's not most of it.
Like, people don't realize that pageantry has evolved as well. Like I said, like I mentioned,
Yeah.
like the Trump era of pageantry, like he made a comment when the recent winner of Miss Universe won, because she is blonde and blue eyes,
Yeah.
but pageantry is more than that. Like, when I competed in the beginning, you had to be a size 22 waistline, where now I can go in 10 pounds heavier than that and still feel confident on stage and not get judged for being the curvier girl. I'm not even considered the curvier girl, but there are girls out there who are curvier than I am, and they also feel comfortable on stage because there are platforms that welcome that.
Yeah.
It's not you have to be 5'6". You can be 5'2" on stage in heels. And heels don't even have to be like your tippy top heels.
Right.
They can just be your regular kitten heels.
Yeah.
There's systems now for women, the classic women. So people who are like 50 plus, who want, like my husband's grandma was like, I want to do a pageant. I'm like, yes, let's go, grandma. Like, let's do it. So it's evolved, and people don't realize that. And so having people in pageantry now talk about their journeys and talk about their platforms and advocacies really shine a different light on the negative side of it. They push that
really
away.
Well said. I feel like
There you go.
a lot of preconceived ideas came from the past of like things like
It's a Trump era.
yeah,
You can say
for
it.
sure. Like a lot of there was truth to a lot of it, right?
Yeah.
But I love that you say that it's evolved, and I did not know you had that podcast because like making that accessible to people is so cool.
I mean, we haven't done an episode in a while because my co-host has been busy. But Scott's interview is there.
Yeah,
Mr.
I was
As
on
a-
there
as a
'cause-
pageant king.
as the
Yeah.
king. Yeah,
As
He has
the-
you'll be on there when after you do your reign. You'll
my
be on
first.
there.
So
Yeah.
we do, if you are interested,
Yeah.
link is in the description maybe
Should
of
be.
my YouTube channel where it
Oh, yeah,
does
that's there,
have
Amazing.
all of the past episodes.
Boom.
And you do pageants, you yourself. That's so cool. How long?
Since 2010.
She's done quite a few. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
so. So his thing is arts. My art is pageantry.
Yeah.
Well, like I remember when we just first started the show, you were beginning your run for Galaxy, and then we kind of watched her go through that whole experience of getting ready for it, and then competing, and then winning.
My body changing throughout the
Wow.
It
How
was a whole
long
thing.
of a journey was that?
So the pageant, when I signed up, it was 2018. And then the pageant was in April of 2019 because our show was started in November of 2018. It was the same time that I had signed up for this pageant. And I announced my return to pageant world on the show. And then in 2019, April, I was first runner-up. I get the feeling of being first runner-up. And then I came back the following year. I won the pageant. And then COVID happened. So I couldn't go to the international stage. So that was postponed. And then eventually in 2022, the world opened up again. I had just gotten married. So then I moved to the Mrs. division straight from it.
Wait, there's a Mrs. division?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I went from the Ms. division to the Miss. So the Ms. division is 28 and up, unmarried. And then
Oh.
Mrs. is if you're married.
Interesting.
That was something I also didn't know until like started hanging out with Regine. Is like I didn't realize that becoming married is like
It changes
a thing.
your category.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there's a lot of different multi-divisional pageant systems like Galaxy. And then there's ones that are specifically like Mrs. America. There's the Mrs. Canada Inc. now where they do have Mrs. Canada Universe, World, Earth. I think that's it. There's a Mrs. International. Like there's a whole...
It's a whole world.
So when everyone's like, oh, when are you coming back to pageants? I'm like, whenever I feel like it.
Yeah.
Because it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
And right now I'm so focused on coaching
Right.
and giving the next generation a space to feel like they're prepared for their journeys.
Yeah. You're also affecting the next generation from what you have lived through and what you know of people's preconceived ideas.
I do. And
You're
like
shaping it.
a lot of moms would be like, oh, what about this system? I'm like, ooh, how about this one? I'm like,
Yeah.
you can, but be aware of X, Y, and Z.
Totally.
Yeah.
I love that. You're so knowledgeable. This is your
try.
thing.
I try.
That's amazing. I feel like maybe your title of your autobiography would have something to do, like some sort of play on the pageantry.
Maybe.
Like-
Not Miss Congeniality.
No. No.
That's taken.
Yeah, that's taken. Great,
I've never
great
been
movies.
Miss Congeniality. I'm not that nice. I want to be remembered as someone who's nice, but I've never won Miss Congeniality.
Did you like the movies?
I did.
I did too.
So good.
I don't think how many were there?
Two.
I don't think I saw the second one.
I like the
Pretty
first
good.
one better.
First one's better.
The second one,
The second one's not disappointing.
Yeah.
But it's not as
It's not as
it's
good.
not pageant focused as much as.
Oh,
the first.
I mean, yeah.
all right.
Oh my gosh. Stop. I'm like, I have my Finsta and I'm always posting about, I'm like, this is the girl who won Miss Universe Canada, and this is like who would have, and I'm like, it's like it's not even like a secret. People know that I like it. I'm like,
You should do it.
I'm living so distantly, like watching so distantly.
But
I'm
this-
just gonna come and watch.
You say that now, but I've worked with girls who also act and do pageantry, and
Yeah.
it does help them in both worlds. Because
Really?
in pageantry, you're learning how to project on stage, and you're learning
Yeah.
how to like walk in heels and do different styles of walking and presenting yourself differently. And so then when you go back into the acting world, you can bring what you've learned and your poise and your
There's confidence to it.
exactly. So all of that you can bring there, and vice versa.
Wow.
And it's same like with dancers. There's a lot of dancers who are in pageantry, like Chelsea.
Yeah.
She's an amazing dancer. She's also a pageant girl, and she's able to figure out the choreography from
Cool.
her walks.
A lot of things carry over. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Q&A portion was like,
Yeah.
I think my acting training helped with that.
Yeah.
Just like being up there.
Improv,
it.
one might say.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, it's
100%.
true. Should we move to our final segment?
Yes.
This is.
Are you competitive?
What is happening?
We have one more segment. Our
Am I
final
competitive?
segment.
I can. Yeah.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
be. I'm a
Did
good
you-
sport though.
Well, if you watch Samantha's episode, you should.
But well, maybe
I
we
didn't
should
get all
do
the way to
whole
the
thing.
end.
So you're
What
okay.
happened?
Oh.
You're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Introducing this week's
Oh
edition.
my gosh, it's almost 2:00.
How
long
it's
have we been
awesome.
yapping?
It's almost 3 hours
Almost three.
Oh
This is our
my-
longest episode.
Stop.
now. It's
it.
in a long time, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys World Championship. So, your face says it all.
What is going on?
So, are you familiar with this?
Would have been if she watched.
Have you ever seen this before?
Like when I was like 4, maybe. Yeah.
Yes, this
They
is the.
they go like this.
Yes. Okay. Good. Good.
Okay.
Yes.
She knows.
This is the classic game,
Oh God.
Barrel of Monkeys. So we have a challenge that every guest does. Samantha did it as well.
Okay.
We'll explain how it works. So you'll do the demo. So it starts like this. It starts on the table.
Oh gosh.
We put 1 minute on the timer.
Okay.
We will say 3, 2, 1, go. You pick up the barrel. Pour out monkeys. Discard the barrel at that point. You pick up a single monkey. Use that monkey
Oh,
to
stop it.
pick up
Other monkeys.
another monkey. Use the next monkey to pick up another monkey, and you're trying to make
you're
a
really good at it.
chain of monkeys. Yeah. You're trying to make a chain of monkeys that's as long as possible.
Ay.
After a minute has elapsed,
Oh, sorry, man has elapsed.
oh yeah, a minute has elapsed, you freeze. We will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 monkeys. The one in your hand does not
Doesn't
count towards
count.
your total.
But if you have like 2 monkeys.
Oh, yeah, you could have 2 monkeys. Then those are 2 monkeys. That'll
Those
be 2
count?
more. Yes. Yeah. So that'll be 5, 6 now. Yeah. So the more monkeys you have, the better.
Oh gosh.
Question.
Do you have any questions?
My heart's racing.
This is a big deal. Everything you have done in your life has
Wait,
led to this
I
moment.
do have a question.
Ask.
What if they start sliding away?
So we,
don't
we
worry,
have
don't
here a play area.
this has happened quite a few times,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
We've
Okay.
refined it over the years. So let's put it in a position. You can put it anywhere that's more comfortable for you on the table. You can move
table?
You can move the mic out of the way and just find a spot anywhere that's good for you.
Just watch the camera.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
wider.
It's don't worry about it. We're good. We're good.
Oh
Yeah,
my
right
gosh, guys. I have clammy hands.
there. You can do this.
So good. You got this.
All right, let me get the timer ready here.
No. Oh no.
How did the balloon get over there?
These things happen.
Okay.
All right, I'm getting the
Okay.
timer ready.
So the lid is it opens like okay.
Yeah. All right. So, any thoughts before we begin? Anything you want to say, or how do you feel?
This is nostalgic. I haven't thought about these monkeys in probably 20 years.
Amazing.
So it's great to be back monkeying around.
Great to be back. All right. Are you ready? Here we go. She's pumped.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
You got this. You got
Go.
this. Oh, she just threw that barrel. Slow and steady. Slow and steady.
You've got this.
The intensity.
Actually, I like the start.
Ooh,
That is a great
okay.
start. Okay, we lost a monkey, but she can get it back.
45 seconds.
I like that
You're good.
she went for a lower one. That was a great strategy. Look at that. That is some good stuff. 40 seconds remaining.
You got this.
Now, the double monkeys is a bit of a challenge. Can she get in? You know what? Her tactics here, she is doing great. 28 seconds remaining.
It's okay. You're good. You're
Can
good.
we get under? She is taken to this like a fish in water, Regine. Like a monkey in a tree, I guess.
Tree.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that was
She got
good.
an opening. She sounds like a monkey.
Dude, that was so monkey.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
I'm impressed by this.
8 seconds. Oh, grab it. Get it
Can
back.
we get that one back?
Get it back.
3. Got
Oh,
it.
she got it.
Time.
Oh my god.
That is very impressive.
Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you double count?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 monkeys.
I
1,
almost
2, 3,
gave you
4,
nine.
5. 8 monkeys.
This is why I'm like, please double check.
Okay, that wasn't too bad.
I think that was pretty terrific.
When they're flat, that's so tricky.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
But I think here, get your microphone back, I guess.
Oh yeah. Can you? That makes sense. Hello.
Hi.
That's not too bad.
Like, oh no, she
8
just like
monkeys.
I think you did great.
Let's see where she is.
Let's take a look at the.
There's a leaderboard.
There's a leaderboard.
Amazing.
Let's take a look at the monkey standings here. Let me see so the audience can see them. Yeah, I think you did great.
Thank you.
Honestly,
That
yeah.
was fantastic.
All right, taking a look at the monkey
It was like
standings.
a strong start.
Yeah, it was.
was.
The pour was great, and like you took to it really. So you've played that before, like when you were like a kid.
So long ago. I forgot they existed.
It's amazing.
Well, we brought it
What,
back.
I love
the-
that. When did this become a part of the show?
2 years ago now.
It's did we start it right when we kind of started here? Or was it a bit later?
a little bit after. I
Okay.
think it was around the
I like
before
it.
the pandemic,
It's
but
something.
around
Everyone does.
All right. Well, looking at the scores,
Yeah.
your 8th.
8 monkeys. That puts you quite high in the standings. You're tied with Tyra Rosnick, Alexis Onofre, Taylor the Brown, my brother. East of Nowhere, the band, they did it. Jenna Marie Donnelly, Anna Goldsmith, Leticia representing Team Galaxy Canada 2022, Mika from JDL Cupid Arch, Alona Fiandaca, and Pearly Ilarde.
Okay, so there's got to be someone who's gotten them all, right?
We've actually
Yes.
had 2 people who have gotten them all.
It's only happened twice in the
Wow.
whole thing.
So Michael Mezerkevich, he
Mezerkevich,
got it nonchalantly. He got 12 under a minute. No, just a millisecond.
He was like a split second before
Yeah.
it was over.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And then Antoinette Targa comes in, and she never played it, has no idea what it is, just gracefully
Stop
does it,
it.
Nailed
with
it.
at the 57-second mark.
That's
so
amazing.
therefore, because she did it the fastest,
She's
she
on
is
She's it.
top.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So she's first with like 3 seconds. Yeah.
Amazing.
So you're 8 monkeys, and would you like to know how Sam did?
oh yeah.
Sam got
3.
3 monkeys.
Oh my, 3 monkeys.
Yeah.
Did she know this game?
Had she ever? No, I don't think she'd ever played it
Okay.
before. Yeah. In fact, I'm not sure. I can't remember now if she was had seen it before or not. I don't know.
Wild. I'm actually shocked I got that many monkeys because I'm very like, we're caffeinated too, right?
Well,
It's
Yeah.
for
and
sure.
sugared up.
Honestly,
Yeah.
you got in there like I saw right away. You
Your
just
pour
sort
was
of
good.
you knew what to do.
The
You
It
know
was-
what
was
it is?
natural.
Is Sam dispersed her monkeys.
Yes, her
Right,
pour.
it's all about
that's
the
right.
pour.
Pour.
She spread it out.
There were a
Yeah.
lot of flat monkeys
we're like,
in the very
no.
beginning.
No,
That's
no,
right.
no, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys on the leaderboard?
I am.
We are.
I'm at 9 monkeys.
Ah.
And I think Regine, you're higher than me now, right?
I'm one
Regine.
above you.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
Regine is at. Yeah, where are you? Yeah, there you are. 10 monkeys. 10
Oh
monkeys.
my.
Well, keep in mind, I do the demo every week.
So you've kind of been
True.
training and
Yeah.
getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what?
There's
You're right.
there's a technique to it for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. There is.
It's sort of like the jump off the deep end. Like you just got to do
Just
it.
do it.
Gotta
Just
do
do
it.
it. Don't
And you did.
overthink it.
Exactly. Because
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, what's the best, highest score to beat? We're like, we're not going to tell you
No.
until you're done.
How does that help you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like duck hunting.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what? Very similar thing. You're right.
Amazing.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes this week's edition of the Barrel of Monkeys
Yay.
World Championship.
Birthday edition.
What an episode. We're at 2 hours and
This is the
51
longest
minutes.
episode we've had with a guest.
Really?
You think so?
I think so.
It might be. Although I seem to remember we probably had some Christmas episodes that went long.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
too.
this is kind of close to Christmas.
It's
It is, and it's the birthday special. I just liked it. The time really,
It
like, it
does.
doesn't feel like it was 3 hours. Like, that's
The
a long
first
time.
hour felt like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Well, I'm glad you had fun.
I had a lot of fun. Thank you for having me, and happy
for
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
How long has to elapse before you invite guests back?
Honestly, it doesn't have
that
to be long at all.
Okay. See you
Love to
next
have
week.
you on.
No.
Yeah.
We have a
Yeah.
guest next week.
Darn it.
We'll see you in January.
We can have you in January
Oh
sometime.
my gosh. I have so many friends who you should chat with.
Let's
you
do
guys
it.
are so good.
Let's make it happen.
Can I ask one last question before we
course.
go?
Yes.
Why are Scully and Mulder in a cup?
You're
Okay.
the second person to ask that question.
Okay.
So
For those who don't know.
I was a pretty big X-Files fan,
Tracks.
and there was just a time one year for Christmas, I just asked my parents to give me these figures. And I didn't really ever do anything with them because
So you put them in your
cup.
Yeah.
prototype mug?
yeah, so they kind of just like, yeah, they've always sort of been sitting on a desk or on a shelf somewhere, and then when it just came time to be setting up the sit down, they just kind of
They live
became
here
a
now.
permanent part of the show, and they just live there solving mysteries in the mug.
I love that. Also a big fan of the show.
Fantastic
We have
show.
like random knickknacks.
I
We've
see
had
this.
some
Yeah, there's
stuff
all-
from previous guests on the wall.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not everything is visible from this angle,
No.
but we've had like CDs we've gotten from
This
people
room
who've
is
been
sick.
on. It's just like there's a lot of memories and things.
My
throughout-
wedding
throughout.
giveaways
Yep.
is there.
Oh yeah, the fan. That's
The
right.
fan is
Oh,
there.
I saw the fan earlier. I was like, that's nice.
That's from my wedding.
The birdie bots, every flavored beans.
You guys are giving like brother sister.
I mean, it's
Like-
been,
Thanks.
Yeah.
it's kind of that's kind of the
That's
vibe
better
now,
than
I
what
guess.
Samantha asked.
What did Samantha ask?
Oh, she thought we were.
Because I said something about my husband.
Oh yeah, because we arrived and I was upstairs getting ready and then or grabbing stuff or
And
whatever.
then I was talking about my husband, and I guess I was like looking in this direction,
So
and
she
Scott
thought-
was
She just
standing
assumed it
there.
It's talking about me.
And so
Yeah.
she goes, I'm like, no.
No, I
Brother
still
sister
get,
vibe is way better.
I
Thank
get
you.
brother sister. 100%.
Yeah, I kind of.
We
see
bicker.
that.
My mom says the same thing. She's like, you guys bicker like siblings. So I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but you guys
6
are also
years.
similar in a lot of ways from what I've gathered.
I think you're right.
Similar like cadence, energy.
I think it's
Yeah.
gotten to the point because we've done this so long that there'll be there'll be times where we'll say the exact same phrase or word at the same time. I'll be like, whoa.
Although one thing I do remember, even almost from the very first episode, we kind of settled into like that. Like I would speak and then she would naturally come in, and then like it's kind
Right.
of like. And I
then
remember
I'd figure
It's a
out,
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it happened very quickly and quite naturally, and it's just just kind of worked out pretty good.
Well, that's good because I imagine it would be really hard to co-host with someone you didn't
Yeah.
like or you didn't get along with.
Yeah.
And that's probably why in the beginning when they're like, can you do every week? I'm like, I don't really know Scott.
Yeah, we didn't know each other that well,
Right.
and it was like maybe we can, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
You
know
know?
if I either would have confidently been like, yeah.
Yeah, totally. I barely know
sure.
this guy. I've emceed with him like
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
Sure.
But look at you now.
Look at us now.
6 years in.
Well, that's the cool thing, and we talked about this on the 6-year episode. How is it's like like most podcasts don't last, and like especially during the pandemic, like
Some
so many
don't even
podcasts
start.
started.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But it's like we were doing this before a lot of podcasts began, and we've outlasted even a lot of those shows that are like
Like we're almost at 300 episodes.
Right?
Yeah.
I noticed that.
yeah.
Who have you booked? Oh, it's probably
Actually,
a secret.
no. Have we booked a 300 person yet? When is our 300th
Let me
episode?
look.
It's got to be somebody special.
I don't know. If we haven't yet, I mean, maybe we could do because like we're doing our Christmas episode on the 22nd,
Nice.
and we've got 3 guests for that one because we wanted to make it like a bit of a party.
Oh,
But maybe for the
amazing.
300, we should do something similar. Have
You
a
should
group
invite
of
300 people.
Perfect.
So it's in
That would be a first. That would be a first.
that would be first. It's
Yeah.
in 7 weeks. So 1, 2, 3,
Have we booked anyone yet?
4, 5, 6,
You guys are
7.
good.
You know who's on our 300th episode and just messaged me?
Uh-huh.
Silver Lining.
Really? Yeah. Oh, nice. Silver Lining is a band.
I am going to tell
Amazing.
Carson that right
Wow.
now.
So it's a 300 episode.
Oh my god, we need to get them
Wow.
on.
That's
That's
fantastic.
sick. Who does
Yeah.
the booking? Who?
We kind of both do
Both.
it. Like we just
Little tag
we-
team?
Yeah, it's kind of just like because I
we
find the
got?
people I book is like it's like where I'll meet people like we did, or
Yeah.
I'll meet people like I'll be on set and we're just chatting, and I'm like, hey, you
should
want to be on my
come
show?
on the
Yeah,
podcast, yeah.
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 So it's just kind of Yeah, we both do.
I love it.
We meet people in different aspects of life, and bam.
What's the most unexpected thing that's ever happened on the show?
Scott forgetting to go live.
Yeah.
I had to say it before you did.
Stop it.
Yeah.
How long was it going?
So
30 minutes.
30
as the internet disconnects.
Oh,
but as you can see, Scott records and streams at the
I
same
see
time.
this.
Yeah. So what we
For
were able
that reason.
Yeah. But we were just lucky at that time that we were recording. In fact, yeah. So I've told the story before, but I could tell it again. It just
I think you said it last week.
Did I?
Or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, maybe we did. Well, whatever. We told it to Sam. But yeah, so because we had Nina Kiri on, she was on Handmaid's Tale.
Cool.
So we had her on, and
she was like the biggest celebrity.
and at that
the
time, time, she was the most famous guest we'd ever had on.
I love that.
And I was like, kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Right. And so I remember like
He wanted everything perfect.
I wanted everything perfect. I wanted it to go really smooth, and so like. I think I even came like the night before.
You set everything up.
Set everything up.
Everything.
Tested it. Made sure everything was nice and ready. And I was like, I want to make sure. So I set it all up. So it's like, all I have to do is hit one button and we're good. Yeah. And so I'd set it all up. And then like, so the way YouTube chat works, right, is like, so like, you know how I was able to send you the link to, this is where people can watch the show. So the chat box is already live from the moment you create the page. So anybody can, like, even before that's live, you can just put comments, right? Huh. So we started doing the show, and I hit the button, and the chat was showing comments. Good morning. Hi, everybody, right? Because people were tuning in.
Right.
And so then we started talking, and we're doing the episode, and it's going really well, and she's a great guest. And then suddenly I started...
Wait. Keep in mind, she had a dead stop.
Oh, yeah. She had to be done by 12. Yeah, that's right.
Continue.
Unlike me.
Yeah. We're never stopping. Yeah. But it was like... So that suddenly the chat comments start switching to,
when are you guys
when's
starting?
the show starting? Is the show starting soon? Right?
Your dad comes.
My dad even came down. He was like, are you guys starting soon? And I was like,
because he could probably hear us talking too.
Yeah. And I was like, what do you guys mean?
That's when this is why my phone is always on now. Because then we'll pull out our phones and be like,
Stop.
I was like, wait, the show has started. We've been going for a half an hour.
My friend texted me being like, why aren't you guys on?
Yeah. And
God.
so I was...
You just see Scott's face.
I was mortified because, like, here's the thing. And we've had Nina on since then, and I've told her this story.
You laughed about it?
Yes.
Right.
But I was just like, I was so embarrassed, right? Because in my mind, I'm like, she's going to think this is some amateur, like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? But what was beautiful about it, it's now one of my favorite episodes to watch because it's like in the time that like you could see me go through the entire gamut of emotions, because you could see like I kind of shut down and like I'm saying less and I'm kind of leaning back, and Regine and Nina are more doing the talking, and then Nina notices and she's like, you seem like kind of shell shocked, and and so then you actually see like
talk about it once we go on air.
Yeah. So what we ended up doing was like we went live. We did a new intro saying, hey, everybody, sorry we were late, whatever. And then I ended up like taking it all down and re-uploading the whole episode. So you can now see the whole episode online.
Whoa.
But it was like, so you can see like Nina and Regine kind of working together to like bring me up again.
Oh.
And it was just a wonderful thing. I just really liked that episode.
That's so fair, though.
Yeah. But it was at the time like really...
I'd be gutted.
Yeah.
Well, because... You know, like we were talking about my legacy. I was saying, I was like, yeah, I want to be known for like,
that
he was
one
good.
episode.
Well, no, it's just like,
this
you want
haunt me.
Yeah, well, it's just like because you want to be like, I want to be, respected for my work that I do, right? So like when I commit to doing something, right, whatever it is, I want to be really good at it.
Yeah.
And so for me, like, okay, we're putting this show on, and like, I want people when they come on it, and they like, I want it to look like we take it seriously. It's like it's a real thing, and so it just felt like I looked unprofessional. It was really bothering me.
Of course.
And so, yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, technical difficulties.
Yeah.
And if anything, I would have so taken that as a compliment. Like if I was the guest, you're like, I totally forgot to do that. I just wanted everything to go perfect.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. She was so great about it too, and it was just like we never.
And I bet it never happened again.
No, because now I remember after that happened, like, Scott, don't forget to hit start.
Yeah. So
like,
now
record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now my phone is always on. Like it's like, okay, we have to just make sure.
That's amazing.
So it's just it's a special moment in the development of the show. And in fact, weirdly enough, I actually feel like it made me more comfortable overall. Like after, And it's like I can feel like there was a change in me from that episode
the
onward
producer
in the
side,
show.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what? How do you mean?
Not, in fact, not even the producer side. I mean, yeah, obviously remember to hit start record. But I think because I had sort of gone through that whole emotional thing on the show.
He was too
and
much
then,
of a perfectionist.
Yeah. And then realizing like that could still be a cool show, like letting that experience happen. I felt suddenly more comfortable in general, just like, stuff
It's a
can
little
happen.
more organic.
Yes.
It
Yes.
doesn't have to be perfect.
Like if I feel like for example, I used to be terrified of like if everyone just stops talking for a second, sometimes you can't think of what to say.
Yeah.
It'd be like,
Fill in the-
and there'd be a moment of like, I can feel like myself heating up a bit. I'm like, what am I going to say? But now it's like, if something, I'm just like, oh,
If there's a dead air, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, did you hear?
Yeah. Totally.
you just sort of settle in.
Because Scott used to have that notebook and be like, hey, what can we talk about today?
Right.
And so he'd go through the jots of everything that is on that list.
Now I almost never write in it.
Yeah.
That's like really endearing. Like that's growth.
We do that
Yeah.
sometimes. Like if it's a new guest that neither of us know, it'll be like, okay, tell us like
Yeah.
Yeah.
once they come into the studio, it's more of like a debrief. Like what are you like? Tell us about yourself before
Yeah.
we go on.
Like,
air
that's
right
why-
We
now.
know what to talk about.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
even like before, and like we talked a
Yeah.
bit about what have you been up to, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, and it's also especially like, because again, not
Or
every
for
guest,
kids, like,
not
yeah.
every, not every guest is a great talker. Like I had a feeling like, because again, we had spoken to each other before, right, at the TIFF thing. It's like I was pretty sure like we're not gonna have a problem like just
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
But for the person, I wonder if like, is this somebody who I can just ask a question and they'll talk for a half hour? Because not
Yeah.
everybody can do that. Some people are just
Yes.
short.
Keyword
No.
answers.
Yeah. And so sometimes you want to have things in the bank so
Yeah.
I can ask. Or again, usually those episodes, me and Regine just end up talking to each other more
Right.
than the guest.
Or
which,
we'll have a non-guest episode. Like it took a while for
That's
Scott
true.
to be okay with not having a guest on. I'm like, it's fine. We don't need a guest.
Yeah.
He's like, no, we need someone. And I'm like, no, we don't. And then
That's
eventually,
I realize we can just talk amongst ourselves.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
We can talk for hours like that in that
Yeah.
regard.
like
So.
I think our longest episodes are when we don't have a guest until today.
Today. Yeah, this is a special moment. This is another special moment.
Yeah.
in the
Christina's been
history.
yapping.
Yeah,
It's okay
That's
to yap.
amazing.
that was great.
Yeah. Well, we had a lot to talk about apparently.
Apparently we did.
We went through it all.
Yeah.
You interviewed us. We interviewed you.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's what I like. I like when our guest asks us questions
Yeah.
too. So it's not just us constantly
Yeah.
being like, oh, tell us about your next
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
Okay, how about
It's
your
back
other
and forth. A
project?
conversation.
Exactly.
In fact, you should before we say bye, then you should tell people because you do have your own show.
Oh my God. Plug my show.
Do it.
Yes, please.
I was telling Scott way back in university, I ripped off Fondue for Two from Glee,
Oh.
this podcast or thing on
Show.
on the show.
Yeah.
Just for fun. And it's so like nuclear of that time that if you weren't there, you probably won't know what we're talking about. But it got rebranded a couple years ago. So now it's called Bean a Minute because my friends call me Beana as a nickname.
Aw.
And it's punny, Bean a Minute.
Yeah.
Cute little theme song my sister made. Yeah, I haven't put out
We don't have a theme song.
You guys need a
We do.
theme
Well,
song.
well,
We don't have a theme song. We have an intro.
Are you you're a music guy.
Well, the music that plays is something I made. But you're right. We don't have like a theme song of like,
A catchy theme It's song. a sit
Yeah.
down.
yeah, like, yeah. It's just like, it's the music that's just, we've used from the very beginning. But I could use an update.
Just kidding. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, sorry, continue.
You guys, I can see you guys
It's like,
talking.
wait a
on your own.
minute.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We can keep
No.
going.
Yeah. You guys should like. Okay, no, maybe not. I was gonna say if you guys brainstorm a theme song, you should record it. Like do it live.
Hey, you could
So
sing.
we can see that
Regine
process.
could sing the theme.
Are you a singer?
No. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Not a
Filipino.
professional singer. I'm not a professional singer. I am a karaoke singer.
That can work.
Something tells me she's a decent singer, at the least. Okay. Well, with Being a Minute, I have like, it was during COVID. And when the show that Sam and I met on, they were doing all COVID interviews. And I was like, wait a second, I have the upper hand because nobody is getting them in person, but I can be with them in person. So
Yeah.
to this day, still, the only in-person interview that Sam and Jana, the leads of our show, did was with me on my show. I haven't done one in a while just because I've been doing a whole bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
But that was one thing for 2025. I was like, I kind of want to
Bring it back.
slip back into that and see what's going on. The
you
theme
go.
song is too good to
You gotta
not.
use it. Yeah.
It's got to get put
The
to use.
people need it.
Yeah. So if you guys want to come on Bean a Minute, we do some really.
That would be fun.
I'll ask you questions, kind of like this, but also at the same time, segments.
Ooh.
Oh,
segment.
nice.
Like What's in the Bag. My friend Jana, she
Love
bought
What's
a
in the
really weird
Bag.
mushroom, and we played What's in the Bag, and we had to guess. But
Oh.
I love
yeah, that'll make a comeback at some point in the new year.
Amazing.
But
Do it.
otherwise, yeah, it was like so good chatting, and I feel like if we don't wrap it up, we never will.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's, well, okay. Then why don't you let people know, there it is. Let people know where can they follow you or get the information about all the upcoming things that are happening, the new
All your
episodes of
projects.
new episodes of Be in a Minute and all that stuff.
As far as I know, I'm the only one with my name in the world, which I love. So if you want to find Christina Orjalo, just type in Christina
Search it up.
up on the gram.
It's down below.
Love
You can
it.
see it under her
Yeah.
name now. There.
Yeah. Or my silly, fun YouTube channel, which needs a revival.
Oh, nice.
But,
You have a YouTube channel too? Cool. I'll subscribe.
Yeah, that's where Be in a Minute is. But in the new year, hopefully we'll see some fun new projects that
Sweet.
have wrapped, that are about to start shooting.
Ooh, she's booked and busy.
So just stay tuned, I guess.
Love that.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Link down below, everybody, for the Instagram. It's right there. And it's on the screen, as you can see. I fixed that. So, bam. Perfect.
Thanks. That looks great. You spell my last name right?
Yes. I think so. Oh, yeah.
Yep. Woohoo!
Nailed it. Typo free.
Say it one more time.
Christina Orjalo.
Yay!
Amazing. Well, thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you. Regine, where can people find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram and TikTok, which you see right here. At It's Regine Alaina. If you are looking for pageant coaching, you can find me on Instagram at pageantcoaching.reginealaina. And as mentioned on previous episodes, myself, Scott, and Beautified by Romina, our official hair and makeup artist of the Sit Down, were all nominated for the Crystals and Crowns Awards.
Yeah, cast your votes. Links in description. I think you can
Yes.
still vote.
So I was nominated for Best Pageant Coach and Best Biggest Cheerleader. Scott was Best Videographer / whatever.
You know, the photos and the videos.
Photos and the video guy.
Holder, man.
And then Beautified by Romina was nominated for both Best Hair and Makeup Artist. Both. Yeah, in 2 separate categories.
Sweet.
Links are in the description, so please take a second
Cast
to
your votes.
Cast your vote. Voting closes on December 26th, so please do that. Scott, where can people find
Birthday
you?
boy.
You can find me right here where you're watching this very video, youtube.com/Scott Dion Brown. That's the best place. It's where you get the sit down. It's where you get the vlogs. It's where you get the music. It's where you get the unboxing videos. You can see when I unboxed my
Lightsaber.
BlackBerry Key 2 and my lightsaber from Saber Masters. Check it out. YouTube.com/Scott Dion Brown. That's the best place. That's where you get everything. Oh, the gaming too. A lot of gaming on there. You can also find me on Instagram and X at Scott Dion Brown. Instagram is my second most used social media thing. I post pictures. You can see some pics from when we went to the wrestling. It was a lot of fun. I dressed up like Macho Man Randy Savage. Check it out. You can also find me on the Sit Down with SDB.
Just you?
Oh, sorry.
Sit Down?
Find us. I meant to say, I got it wrong. This is throwing me off. Follow the show at the Sit Down with SDB on
you
TikTok.
go.
The Sit Down with SDB on Insta, Sit Down Scott on X, the Sit Down with Scott Dion Brown on Facebook. You can also listen on and watch on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and a bunch of others that I'm not sure what they are, but there's a bunch that get thrown on there.
And if you want your own sit down mug and merch, you can
Links in the
just go
description, or I think teespring.com/the sit down mug. I hope that link still works. It
to
should.
Down mug.
Sip like a champion. Boom. Links are all in the description. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow these two people as well as myself on all the social medias.
Happy birthday, Scott! Woo!
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
Literally
joining
such a
us.
pleasure.
It was great. It
Yeah.
was great.
We'll do it again
It's a
sometime.
Good
We
episode
definitely will.
to come on.
Sooner than later. Let's do it. Maybe sometime in January. I don't know.
Amazing.
Figure it out. Or whenever. I don't know. We'll talk.
Before the Disney trip.
Or
Before
after
the
at
Disney
this
trip.
point.
Who knows?
Who
We'll find
knows?
out.
TBT.
The way we like to end the show
Yes.
is you can grab your mug.
Yes.
And you know how I started it with the mug coming out of the camera?
Uh-huh.
So I'll have you say bye to everybody, and then you can just send your mug at the camera. Does that make sense?
Amazing.
Okay, so we'll
Consistency.
say bye first. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you so much.
everyone.
Hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Christina,
Yeah.
take it away.
Happy birthday, Scott.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone. This was so much fun. Bye.